Yeah, I have no idea what to expect of this game. I know it exists, and that's about it. The gist of it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Cyberpunk police in a dystopian future, because of course it's cyberpunk, and the world is ruled by a system that, well, basically tells you which job to do and stuff like that. And it also monitors everyone's mental health. Like, if someone is labeled as a criminal, it can be predicted before it happens. Of course, such a system is not perfect at all. And it's one of my favorite animes, that's for sure. It's probably going to be more niche than a Toho stream, I can tell you that. But yeah, other than that, I have no idea where. I know it takes place like after the first season and before the second season. Kinda, you could say. Kinda. I also don't know if any of this is going to be copyrighted on when I upload it to YouTube, so that's also going to be something impressive. The game says press enter, and I thought it had controller support, but I guess not then. I just do it like this then. Yeah, I need to press enter. Also, I need to figure out the audio. Oh, you just go straight into it, okay. Alright then. Controller support is not included. Yeah, apparently so. Nice little cursor we got there. It's the logo of the Sybil system. Do tell me if the audio is too low or too loud. I also have no idea if this is voiced at all or not, so I have no idea how much I'm going to have to talk here. Hopefully not too much, but we'll see. The Southern Marine City, the National Hospital. Oh dear. It seems to be low at the moment. Yeah, the music is really low at the moment too, so... I don't seem to have an options menu, do I? No. Okay, that's... yeah. That's not much. Far above the man-made dome of the once renowned Metro Paradise stood an ivory tower, and within its tower light, part of the city's core functions. And deep within it... okay, it does sound rather low, yeah. I'll up it a little bit. He infiltrated the tower's core with ease. Okay, so it is voiced. But it's going to be Japanese, so... I'm just going to do this like Dylan does then. I'm just going to let it read out and I'm just going to repeat it in English. So, it's going to be the best, I guess. Could it have been any easier? The network's firewall is paper thin. The security door opened easier than a child's room. He whispered to himself. He had avoided social interactions for so long that he now only spoke to himself. Pink-haired dude? No. There are no pink-haired characters in Psychopaths for as far as I remember, at least. It should be somewhere in this tower. My new toy. Where have they hidden it? I don't think he's supposed to be there. If it is the tower that I think it is. He searched. The wrong anime then. And searched. For his... what is this toy going to be? It's going to be something horrible, isn't it? For his toy, which has to be somewhere. Found it. Oh. Okay, it's a guy. It's a guy. We're fine. There was this toy in the neurosurgery room, as written on the hospital map. It was his first time touching it, but with only a glance he knew. Yeah, I had to do a double take there if it wasn't a girl or not, but... if it was a girl, it probably wouldn't be on Steam, so... This doll was made for me. It would be a waste to lock it away in such a place. Come along with me. So yeah, as like any other cyberpunk game, it has robots and stuff like that. Flag for misconduct. So you're going to see people with robot hands and stuff like that, I imagine. Though again, the anime doesn't really go that hard on those kind of aspects, really. From now on you shall move as my body. That is the part. I have a mission to fulfill. A very important one from Mother. Who is your mother? Got certain questions here. I expect nanomachines. I'm not sure if the universe had nanomachines thinking about it. To bring happiness to everyone, that is my mission. Now that definitely can't go wrong. Isn't that right, Mother? A character select. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'll just go with the girl, I guess. Age 25th, date of birth 30 October 2087. And so both are just born on the same day, so it doesn't even matter in that regard. Only the blood type is different. Alright. Metropolitan Public Welfare Hospital. So how is everyone doing tonight? Hope you're all doing fine. 1 year older than me. Oh dear. Time to brush up my Japanese, I guess. Nadeshiko Kugatachi, congratulations on your release. It must have been most unfortunate for you to suffer an accident in the middle of your training. I wonder if this also has just like the anime's voice actors and stuff like that. Gender select as the Yuri harem versus normal harem. I'm doing fine. Not really much special going on today. I will be streaming more tomorrow as well. I will try to play more Nier in the afternoon again. And then in the evening I'll see if I'll play more of this or more of Pokemon. We'll have to see that. Because neither of the Esprits is streaming tomorrow, so I got the entire day. Which is nice. No matter how much prepare and plan, accidents always have a probability of occurring. By coincidence it happened to me. That's all there is to it. Okay. I'm doing fine, just need a project for Dylan's birthday. Alright, you had a project going on. In any case, I'm glad to be free to leave now. I've been a burden to you during my recovery. What were you in hospital for, I wonder? Oh, so the protagonist has no memories. Alright. I guess that's a bit, I guess that helps with insert, I guess, but not like we're here for that. No, we're just performing our duty as doctors. More importantly, we are very concerned about the fact we could not retrieve your memories. Okay, so this is inner dialogue. It was on Sunday, that's all I remember. I'm not sure what the date is. We'd have to check it on the calendar, really. Right, I had no memories. To be precise, all my memories from childhood till now were all gone. I could remember basic knowledge and life skills. I knew I had studied... No, I was going to say, it's like a hint system popping up on top. I had studied healthcare and psychology, and I also had an aptitude to work at the Ministry of Welfare PSB. Protagonist that has lost her memories. Never heard of that one before. Yeah, it's a bit of a cliche, I guess. Like I said, I also don't know how it ties into the anime, if at all, so I'm going to be wondering about that. It appeared that I had been in an accident at the training facility, which led to my memory loss, although I could not recall ever getting into an accident. Now let's think of memory loss. Kugatachi, is anything wrong? No, I was just thinking about something. Let's thank careers, by the way. Also true. That is fine, but please return if anything happens. So, what are your plans for today? If you don't have any memory, then how could you even think of plans for today? Your voice does sound kind of familiar. I can't really think of anyone though at the moment. Understood. Today I was thinking of going to work to greet everyone. After all, I imagine I have been out of the office for too long due to the incident. So desu ka. Is that so? Well, please don't push yourself too hard. We'll be here if there's anything you'll need. Please do your best.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much. Today is World Alzheimer's Day. After giving my thanks to the doctor, I flagged down a taxi and got in. The doctor seemed to have a very good you, probably because he was fulfilling his duty. Alright, I guess I also have to explain you to the people who aren't up to date with the anime. The U is the system that measures the mental state of a person. If a U is normal, then it's fine, but if it starts to become cloudy and gets a different color, I think probably going to be red, it means it's a person who has criminal thoughts and stuff like that. Just a brief rundown on that one. Just like the doctor, I would make sure to perform my duties as well. After all, this was the part that Sybil had given me. Sybil being the name of the system that runs the society, basically. Questionable system, that's for sure.
本日付で刑事課に配属になりました。久我立なでしこです。よろしくお願いいたします。
Starting today, I have been assigned to the CID Division 1. My name is Nadeshiko Kugatachi. I'm going to stumble across that name so many times, aren't I? I look forward to working with you. Also, Division 1, that is interesting. Oh, yeah, speaking of which.
監視官の常森茜です。本来なら銀の座監視官が案内に着くはずだったんですが、今は少し手が離せなくて。
So if someone hates his job, he's arrested? Not necessarily. I'm not sure, they never really gave an example of that, to be honest. Like, everyone just follows the system blindly, really, and that's where you start doubting if the system is really good for humanity and stuff like that. I'm Inspector Akane Tsunamori. Inspector Genoza was originally supposed to show you around, but he got caught up in something. The woman who greeted me looked to be around my age, but she gave off a childish impression. Though it was probably a bit rude to think of my senior like that.
とりあえず行きましょうか。いつ出動要請がかかるかわかりませんし。
In any case, let's get going. We don't know when the next dispatch request will come.
そんなに忙しいのです。
At least it's sort of little bit more calm than the anime does, where she's just thrown into the action right away. Is it very busy around here?
忙しいというか、人手不足が深刻なん
Isn't that
で
the
す。
same?
私
I mean,
なんて
aren't you
配属
short-staffed
初
when you're
日
busy?
から事件現場でしたから。
Busy? It's more like we're really short-staffed. On my first day, I had to report to the crime scene. As we walked, Inspector Tsunamori told me about her first day on the job. This seemed tougher than I thought it would be, and there was no surprise why only a few were suitable. So yeah, they basically are judge, jury, and executioner in one, which brings the society down on that.
体大丈夫なんですか？
You could pretty much say that, Van. You could pretty much say that. Speaking of which, Miss Kugatachi, I heard you had an accident. Are you feeling fine?
今日退院したところです。問題ありません。
I was discharged today. There were no issues.
退院したばっかりって無理しちゃダメですよ。
What? So you barely got discharged? It's not good to push yourself too hard.
体調もメンタルチェックも問題なしと診断されました。事故で着任が遅れた分もありますし、私は時間を無駄にすることを好みません。
The medical results showed no physical or mental problems. There was also the fact that I'm accepting this post late, and I do not like to waste time.
そうです
The
か。
senator also did it. He finally did it.
真面目なんですね、久我立さん。
Is that so? You're so serious, Mr. Kugatachi.
それより、これからどこへ向かえばよい
Did
の
I
で
say
すか？
mister? God damn it, not
刑
miss.
事課のオフィスフロアですか？
Anyway, where shall we head to now? The Criminal Investigation Department office floor?
そうですね。
That's what CID stood for.
一係のオフィスに案内します。
Yes. First off, I'll bring you to the Division 1 office.
今日は他の人もみんな出勤してますから、すぐにご紹介できると思います。
Hey, mister.
案内がてらお引き合わせしますね。
I think I can get you acquainted with everyone since they're all in today. I'll get the introductions done as I show you around.
よろしくお願いします。
Please do. I also have no idea how long this game is going to be, so it might take a while to get through this even. During hospitalization, I've read a few books on workplace communication. I didn't know of my colleagues and subordinates, but I was confident that I would do fine. Never apply your knowledge from books to real life, that hardly works. I raised my chin and followed Inspector Tsunemori.
Masaoka-san, Kogami-san.
Oh, Kogami's there too. Wait. Wait. Oh, Mr. Masaoka. Mr. Kogami. Just... hold on a moment. As we walked in the corridor, Inspector Tsunemori stopped the two men walking towards us. Both of them gave a dangerous impression.
Oh, お嬢ちゃんか。そっちの女性は
I have additional questions. Oh, it's Missy. Who's that other lady beside you?
本日付で配属された。
Yeah, it should play in season 1 then, otherwise it wouldn't make sense with some of the events that happened in season 1. The newly assigned Inspector Nadeshiko. I'm just going to say her first name because the last name is horrible. Then she immediately repeats it again. I am Kukitachi, looking forward to working with you.
なるほど。俺たちの新しい飼い主ってわけだ。
To keep the spoilers to a minimum, I guess you could say he defected. He ran away from the task force. So yeah, it has to take place before that incident happened. Damn, he thought. I guess you could also say that. I see, so this is our new owner.
飼い主とは
Owner?
失礼です
Oh,
が、
that's
公
fine.
安局では女性が男性を飼育する習慣です。
Owner? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but is there some sort of trend in the public safety bureau where the men are reared by the women? Just gonna
おい
say.
さ、ギノザ監視官以上の堅物か。というかお嬢ちゃん、俺たちのことを教えてなかったのか。
Is this girl even more straight-laced than the Inspector Gunoza or what? Hey Missy, have you even told her about it yet?
久我たちさん、こちらの二人は執行官といって私たちの部下に当たるんです。
Oh well, Miss Kukutashi, these two are what we call enforcers. They are subordinates. Okay, so instead of trying to find out where the hint menu is, because I saw something appear on top, the system works like this. The police as their, how do I call it? Well, they're overseers, like Tsunemori here. And then you have the ones like Kogami, which are basically criminals in their own right, but they're working with the police force in order to arrest actual criminals. The reason is that because then the officers want to be flagged as criminal, because as soon as you commit a murder, you will be flagged as a criminal as well. So they basically use criminals to catch criminals here in order to avoid that issue. Otherwise no one can enforce the law, and that would be problematic. So yeah, he jokingly calls them owner, so yeah, he would do that.
ああ、執行官に関しての知識はあります。
Yes, I have been informed about enforcers. I almost said enforced about enforcers. Latent criminals who hunt other latent criminals. As such, they know how latent criminals start and are adept at catching them. Yeah. Illegal criminals, so they're like politicians. Yeah, they kind of explain it there. And their job as inspectors was to inspect and monitor them, ensuring that these unique latent criminals do not run wild.
分かってるなら話が早い。鴻上信也だ。ま、よろしく頼むぜ。
Also, his voice is very popular, but I can't really give an example right now. It kinda annoys me. That makes things easy. The name is Shinya Kogami. Looking forward to working with you, new inspector.
俺は正岡智美だ。と、これからギノザ監視官のところへ行くのかい。
I'm Tomomi Masaoka. You're heading to meet Inspector Gunoza now.
はい、そのつもりですけど。
Yes, that is the plan.
なら先に先生のところへ行った方がいいな。今ちょっとごたついてるから。
The analyst. We are going to meet her, aren't we? Then you should check out the analyst's place first. The office is a bit hectic at the moment.
何かあったんですか？
Did something happen?
何かあったというか、係のバカが書類ミスしてたのが見つかって、ギノが直してるってだけだ。
Oh right, it's
More
Kana.
special or just
Yeah, I
clever.
forgot about that. If by something you mean Kagari, there was a mistake with that idiot's paperwork, and so Gino has been fixing it, that's all. I'll give it a while to simmer down.
係くんってばドジだな。
Kagari can be so careless. So yeah, the older inspector is really straight-laced and a really stiff person. He isn't very fun. He likes to follow the rules to a T.
ではその先生という方のところへ向かいましょう。ギノザ監視官の邪魔をすることは私の望むところではありませんから。
I can also relate with Dylan, because Dylan often starts talking in busy person when the text is still going, and yeah, they might still be speaking. You need to watch out for that. Then let's head over to the place of the one you call the analysts. I do not wish to be a nuisance to Inspector Ginoza.
そうですね。では正岡さん、鴻上さん、失礼します。
I agree. Well done, Mr. Masaoka, Mr. Kagami, we'll be on our way.
ああ、また後でな、常森。
Yeah, see you later. Yeah. I was brought to the analysis lab, which was full of multi-panel monitors and high-powered computers. Yep, there she is.
あかねちゃん、今日はどうしたの？
Hi, Akane. How's today going?
新しい監視官の案内を
She's
して
quite
る
a
んです。
person.
久形さん、こちらが分析官の唐野森紫音さんです。分析官っていうのは
I'm showing the new inspector around, Miss Kugitachi. This is Miss Shion Karanomori. Jesus. The analyst. The analyst's job is analyzing things.
まあここにある機械たちと私の頭脳であなたたちの操作をサポートするのがお仕事よ。
My job is to use these machines and my brain to support you during your investigations. She's basically, I don't know, I guess you could say, well, she isn't like you, really. She is just the, yeah, like her name says, the analyst. She goes through files and looks for matches and stuff like that. Kogami's voice actor is voiced by Gilgamesh and Zero. Of course, it's fucking Gilgamesh, that's what I knew it from. I wonder if there will be inhuman anime noises here. No comment yet.
死因の解析、該当スキルやカメラのデータチェックに分析、サイコパス診断まで幅広くね。
For the most part, I determine the victim's cause of death and examine the data from the street scanners to analyze and issue psychopath diagnosis, among other things. So yeah, like a computer-run society, there is street scanners keeping eyes on everyone on every corner of the street, basically.
わかりました。いろいろとお世話になることが多そうですね。
He also
よろ
voiced
しくお
Daru.
願いします。
I know about Daru, yeah. I see, it appears I will require your assistance often then. I look forward to working with you.
こちらこそよろしくね。可愛い子が増えるのはお姉さん大歓迎よ。
The pleasure's mine. I'm always happy to have more cute girls around. Yeah, I mean, I guess this says enough about this person, that you can already guess what she likes and does. So, I'm leaving it there.
私の容姿が可愛いの定義に当てはまるかは個人主観の問題だと思いますが、好ましく思っていただけたことが嬉し
She
く
does, Mayu. She does. I think whether my appearance is defined as cute is a matter of personal preference, but I'm happy to be thought of as likable nevertheless.
ちょっと、あかねちゃん、この子大丈夫なの？
Hey, Akane, is this girl okay?
なんていうか、久形さん、ものすごく真面目な方みたいです。
How do I put this? It appears that Miss Kugitachi is a really serious person.
なるほどね。あと悪いんだけど、2係から少し面倒
I
な
mean, there is this one scene in the anime that, yeah, I'm not going to get into details on that on stream, but I think Mario probably knows what I mean. I see. Oh, I'm sorry, but there was this nagging case I have to deal with from Division 2 right now. Is it okay we continue getting to know each other later?
あ、私たちも
Well,
一
later
係
you
のオフ
say.
ィスに行く途中でしたから。
Of course there is.
唐野森さん、また後で。
Oh, no worries. We're actually taking our way to the Division 1 office, so Miss Karanomori, we'll see you again later.
はい、また後
So,
でね。
I mean, she's also a criminal, so make of that what you want tonight. Okay, see you later. In that regard, though, the anime is very non-fan servicey at all. It's like, not at all. Like maybe some gore here and there, but that's about it. I'm not sure if I should give a gore warning for this. I doubt they're going to be really detailed and stuff like that, but you never know. Finally, we reached the office of the CID Division 1, and my workplace from here on. There were 2 men and a woman inside, but which one was Inspector Ginoza? He's the witch chick from Goblin
加賀
Slayer?
たちさんをお連れしました。
I can kinda hear that, yeah. Inspector Ginoza, I brought Miss Kugitachi. Could you just not use a first name? The first name is much easier.
かがりのバカが余計なことをしなければ。
Now, as you can see at Glasses Boy here, he's very strict and stuff like that, so yeah. He's not much fun. Thank you, Tsunemori. For goodness sake, if only that idiot Kagari had made such a careless errors.
すいません。
Sorry.
反省しているなら今度からちゃんとチェックしなさい。でないと残業になるわよ。
That's also true, Knight. If you really care, then start checking your work from now on, otherwise it's overtime for you.
厳しいな、クニッチは。
You're so strict, Goonie. He said Chan, but I'm not going to do that.
久我たち監視官なら君と同じく刑事課一係で監視官を務めるギノザ信親だ。
Oh, sorry about that. Inspector Kukutachi, right? I'll be working with you in Division 1. My name is Nobuchika Ginoza.
久我たちです。監視官として社会のお役に立てるようお務めさせていただきます。
Yeah, now that you said it, Laplace, I can hear it, yeah. It's her. Nice to meet you. I look forward to working with you and contributing to society as a fellow inspector.
うわぁ、あかねちゃんを上回る優等生ないい子ちゃんが来ちゃった予感。
I have a feeling an even greater honor student than Akane has come.
監視官デバイスの機能はチェックしたか。色相チェッカーなど使い方は確認しておくように。
Have you checked the functions of your Wiscom yet? Remember to confirm the operation of the U-checker. I guess this is some sort of in-game thingy like the telephone in Steins Gate. Hearing that, I look down at my Wiscom. The job of an inspector was tough, and only few were capable of handling the stress. The U-checker was a standard device to maintain our state of mind. It seemed that if there was a need, one could receive mental care supplements from the medical affairs department, free of charge. I should probably check my U regularly. Oh, it just pops up there. So yeah, purple is a good... Oh. Okay. I barely got any chance to watch that, but yeah. It's a clear call, as to be expected since I'm an inspector, so I'm not sure where purple ranges on it, but apparently it's right.
ところで、そちらのお二人は執行官でしょうか。
How do I even... Do I make that pop up, like with a button or something like that, or is that just automatic? By the way, are those two over there enforcers?
国塚弥生とかがり修正だ。彼らは君とは違う。あまり慣れ合う。
Just think of them as
あく
tools.
まで道具だと思え。
Yeah, he's a bit of an asshole. Yeah, that's Yaoi Kunizuka and... God damn it. Shusei Kagari. They're not like you, don't get friendly with them, just think of them as tools.
うわぁ、ギノさんき
This game uses some more controls, yeah. Like the only controls I know is either one on screen there. That's about it. Dang, Gino is so hard on us.
ちょっとギノザさん、そんな言い方は。
Wait a minute, Inspector Ginoza. If you put it that way, then...
事実だ、常森。君も肝に銘じておけ。慌ただしくてすまないが、俺はこれを局長に提出してくる。あとは頼んだぞ。
It's a fact, Tsunemori. You should remember it as well. I'm sorry that I'm in a rush, but I need to submit this to the chief. I'll leave the rest to you.
久我たちさん、ギノザさんが言ったことは、その。
Miss Kukitachi, what Inspector Ginoza meant to say was...
正論だと思うわ。まああなたの好きにすればいいけど。
I think it's a fair assessment. Well, do as you see fit, though.
部下との距離は節度を保ったものにしろということだと理解しました。
I understood it as practicing moderation in our relationships with subordinates. Or you can just be an asshole about it too.
あんたがそれでいいならいいけどさ、なんか調子狂う人だな。
Oh well, if you're fine with that then it's okay. Not sure why, but you really throw me off.
そうでしょうか。それよりも一係の方はこれで全てですか？
Is that so? In any case, this is everyone in Division 1.
ああ、いや、今ジュース買いに行ってる
It's a
新
new
人が
guy
一
out
人
there. Huh?
そろそろ戻ってくるはず。
Oh no, there was a new guy out buying juice right now. He should be back soon. Oh. It's basically the male character we can choose. Fair enough.
あれ、そっちのべっぴんさんは
I know his voice too. But I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm back. Shoot, you wanted cola, right? And there's a tea for Miss Kunizuka. Huh? Where's that woman over there?
久我たちなでしこです。本日付で刑事課の監視官として配属されました。
Yeah, he sounds really familiar. And Nadeshi Kokugatachi, as of today, I've been assigned to the Criminal Investigation Department as an inspector. The moment I saw his face, a heavy throb started pounding inside my head. I wondered why.
つまり新しい上司ね。俺は鶴木拓馬。一昨日配属されたての新人。まあ、新人同士仲良くやろうぜ。お近づきの印にコーヒー飲むか？
What is his voice? Probably as soon as someone says it, I will know it, but... Oh, a new superior. Name's Takuma Tsurugi. I just got here yesterday. Let's get along well as fellow rookies. As a token of our new friendship, care for some coffee? You know, you watched a lot of anime if you recognized all kind of voice actors. Yeah. He held out a kind of what looked like very sweet coffee. So presumptuous of him, but for some reason I took it.
ありがとうござい
I
ま
would
す。
guess he has some history with you. Thank you very much, Enforcer Tsurugi.
いいって。まあ、よろしくな。
Character introductions, yeah. It's fine, I got you. Looking at Juju's smile as he flashed his pearly white teeth, I suddenly felt a strange pressure within my chest.
よろしくお願いします。
I look forward to it working with you. So yeah, they probably have some sort of deal with that amnesia and stuff like that. It means probably predictable like that. He was an enforcer, a subordinate, or rather, something more like a tool, but somehow, somewhere deep within, I had this absurd notion that made me think that I had something I needed. Uh-oh. Like a footprint in fresh concrete, he left a strong impression on me. Well then. I thought we went for the Yuri route, not for the normal route. Oh, hopefully that's not too loud, is it? The Public Safety Bureau was always booming and bustling with cases flooding in. Detectives were running out. As such, an incident occurred immediately after I'd been assigned. It was located in a city far from Tokyo, so right after getting assigned, I was sent on an external investigation. These type of cases were not something that happened often. I really just hope that's not too loud. Let me see. Seto Marine City, Niigata Prefecture, a floating dome-like city amidst the space formed by the mainland. Seto and the Noto Peninsula? I have no bloody idea about these places. Once known as the Metro Paradise. At first this was a base of operations for methane hydrate mining and the model city of the future, but that was all in the past. Now the population has been on a steep decline. Oh, so just like Japan and overall things then. Noted. With the widespread implementation of drones, the northern region became an unmanned granary. Likewise, mining became automated, leading to many people leaving Seto Marine City. Seto. The population had already begun declining many years ago. Those in the residential district left first, and as they left, the abandoned district grew. So basically it's now a shithole, isn't it? The city reminded me of a dusty old Deutsche surrounded by the sea, and although it was my first time here, I felt... nostalgic? It made me feel this strange sense of longing homesickness. If you didn't notice, this shot is powered by a drone. It's also spent by your face game. I understand it must be quite hard for you on your first mission. It's quite a distance away, but let's still do our best.
問題ありません。
Affirmative, that won't be a problem. Seeing as she was worried, I put my fist in the air, but for some reason, Inspector Tsunemori and the rest of the Division 1 just stared at me. Or this fist bumping out of nowhere is kind of weird, isn't it? Is she dumb?
監視官に向かって失礼よカメラ。
That's a rude thing to say to an Inspector Kagari.
やる気は伝わってきましたよ。それじゃあ行きましょう。
The spinning could stop alright. I like your enthusiasm, well done, let's go. Please make it stop. Okay, thank god it stops. It's gotten a bit much now. Why are we already getting a flashback? It had all started with a report filled by parents of a young girl. They claimed her daughter had been abducted.
都内にて誘拐事件が発生した。我々一係が捜査に当たることとなる。
An abduction happened in Tokyo, and we, Division 1, will be conducting the investigation.
誘拐事件ですか。
An abduction? Tension caused throughout the office. It was my first case. Naturally, my back straightened.
そりゃ穏やかじゃない話だな。詳細は？
Well, that doesn't sound too good. What's the details?
資料を表示します。
Here's the data.
お、可愛い子じゃん。
That's the first thing you say. So professional. Hey, what a cute girl.
行方不明となっているのは松方しおり。都内の高校生か。
The missing person is Shiori Matsukata. I'm saying that right? Matsukata. A high schooler from Tokyo, huh? Freaking weep. Yeah, I do hope I don't get any issues with uploading this to YouTube because of the soundtrack, because that might be likely. Seeing the issues I've been getting with Nier Automata, and I had some issues with Catherine as well. Displayed besides the abductee's portrait was a profile of her. A 16-year-old female, first-year student at Sakurazaka Senior High School.
はい。
If
昨
I
夜か
got
ら
that
帰
name
宅し
right.
ていないとの訴
Jesus.
えは両親からあったようですね。
Yes, it appears her parents filed a report stating she had not returned home since yesterday night.
だが常森城、それだけで誘拐だと決めつけるのは早くないか。悩める年頃だ。家に帰りたくなくてプチ家出って可能性もある。
Freaking weep. But Miss Tsunemori, isn't it hasty to assume she's just been abducted? She's at an emotional age. She could have just not wanted to go home and stepped out for a bit.
松方しおりの色素は
And that's a crime in this system, so I don't think that's the
そういっ
case.
た非行を起こすことはない。
See?
それに不審な点がある。
Shiori Matsukata has a clear hue. She would never have done such a thing. Also, there was something suspicious.
不審な点ですか。
Suspicious?
これを見ろ。
Have a look at this. The image on the monitor changed to one taken by a street camera. Other than the abductee... Is it really abductee? I've never really heard that word before. Shiori, another person, a male of a similar age, was present. The youth's face was not visible, but Shiori was smiling as if she had a close relationship with him. The two were last seen getting into an automated taxi.
随分親しそう
Dun
だ
dun
が、
dun.
この坊やは
They look close, but who's that kid?
まだ身元の確認は取れていない。
His identity has not yet been
今
confirmed.
金森が
Hold on.
該当スキャナとカメラのログを分析し、
I'm doing it
二人
Dylan
の足取り
here.
を追っている。
His identity has not yet been confirmed. Karen Nomori is currently analyzing the street scanners and camera logs, trying to pinpoint our location. Also, hold on, I got a important DM there. Alright, alright.
おいおい、この坊やがまさか誘拐犯だったのか？どう見たって仲のいい友達じゃねえか。
Hey, wait, so you're saying this kid is a kidnapper? Don't they just look like two good friends?
私からもそう見えます。ですが、少年の手の動き、少し気になりませんか？
It appears that way to me as well, but look at the youth's hand movement. Doesn't that bother you a bit? Uh-oh, hand holding? illegal hand holding? What's going on? Hand movements? We played back the footage and zoomed in on his hand. He awkwardly reached out to Shiori and he kept wiping his hands, as if they were sweaty. Clammy. He was nervous.
仲のいい友人と断定するには少年の緊張は異常です。何かあるのかと。
And the youth's nervousness is too abnormal to judge them as being good friends. I think there was something more to it. I mean, wouldn't you be nervous if you were going to hold hands either? I mean, come on now. Don't be too strict. Suddenly a call came in.
はい、2人の姿が別の場所のカメラに記録されてたわ。ちょっとまずいことになってるみたいね。
Okay, the two of them have been recorded on camera somewhere else. Something's not looking too good. The monitor switched screens and showed Shiori and the young man in a different location.
今日は来てくれてありがとう。急に訪ねてくるからびっくりしちゃった。でも楽しかった。
Thanks for coming today. I was surprised that you came all of a sudden, but I had a good time.
過去形待てよ、まだいいだろ。
What? Wait, aren't you still having a good time?
もう帰んなきゃ。門限だもん。
I have to go. I have curfew.
はあ、お前東京じゃ一人暮らしだろ。なんなの門限って。
What do you mean, curfew? Don't you live by yourself in Tokyo?
ホームセクレタリー AI がログ取ってるの。門限は19時。
Like on every camera only records his back. I mean, there wouldn't be much of a plot now, would it, if we could just see his face? That would like immediately take out every suspension. Also, I'm pretty sure it's that guy thing from the beginning in the that we saw. My AI secretary keeps a log. My curfew is at 7 p.m. Any later and my family will be notified. Pretty soon my mom will call me.
バカじゃねえの。そんなに娘が信用できねえの。だったら東京なんか行かせなきゃいいだろ。
Are they that stupid? Do they really have such little faith in their daughter? If so, they should have never let you move to Tokyo in the first place.
私勉強するために東京へ来たの。家族だって私の将来を考えて。
Hey, I'm in Tokyo for school. My parents were only thinking about my future.
俺はどうなる？置いていくのか？
Oh boy.
なあ、帰ろうぜ。また一緒の高校で俺と。
What about me? Are you just going to leave me behind? Come with me. Let's go back to the same high school again. That's not suspicious at all, is it? Suddenly, it seems like Shiori's cell phone started ringing.
ママからだ。ごめん。本当もう限界。私
The daughter, they have little faith in. True.
何すんの？
It's my mom. Sorry, I really have to go. Hey, what are you doing? The male suspect grabbed her cell and shoved his own call in her face. The moment she saw it, Shio's face froze. What are we looking at? Someone sitting on the table? The hollow image projected from his phone was Shiori in her middle-aged uniform. She was asleep, hunched over on a desk, and her skirt was all wrinkled. Oh my. For some reason, the moment I saw that uniform, a faint pain surged within my head. Even though I had no memories of my school days, I felt slightly nostalgic.
こんなホロ。いつ撮ったの？
When did you take this picture? Hollow.
可愛いだろ。同じクラスにいた頃のお前だ。3D 高精細モードで撮影してあるから、どんな角度からでもバッチリ映ってるはずだ。
Oh my. Isn't it cute? That is you back when we were in the same class. I snapped it in 3D HD. So it's crystal clear no matter what angle you view it from.
こいつをお前の友達全員に送りつけてやる。
Pretty sure what's going on here.
携帯端末からな。
I'll send it to all of your friends from your cell phone.
やめて。消して。早く。
Stop! Delete it! Now! Well. Shiori desperately lunged for the phone. The male suspect ran away, taunting her. Then they both vanished from the street camera's view. Well. That was all the evidence we could retrieve.
脅迫ですね。確かにこれは誘拐事件です。
So it's blackmail. This is certainly an abduction case. Taking advantage of the other party's weakness and gaining control with threats, such a shameless act. But since he had done that, his humor must have been clouded prior to this.
いやいやいや、
Sounds like a religious individual. Not at all.
友達同士のちょっとした行き違いかもしれねえじゃねえか。
Nuh-uh, wait a moment. Miss Kukitachi, couldn't it just be a minor misunderstanding between friends? I don't think you would make a threat like that if you were friends, like really.
根拠は
Sounds a bit too much for a prank too.
もしかして彼と面識があるのでしょうか。
What's your proof? And why are you defending him? Is it because you know him?
ねえよ。ねえけどさ。あいつ
Junior?
多分後輩なんだよ。
No way, but, well, he may be a junior of mine. You were a teacher or something?
後輩どういうことだ
A junior? What do you mean?
松方しおりがホロで着てた制服は俺の母校のものだ。佐渡海上市、そこの公立中学校の制服だよ。
The uniform that Shiori was wearing in it hollow is from my alma mater, Sado Marine City. It's from a public middle school from there.
佐渡海上市。
Sado Marine City. Feeling those words on my tongue, Sado Marine City, my head started to hurt again. Why was this happening? It was annoying and interfering with my thoughts. Just imagine the coincidence. Like the first case you get is like is related to your amnesia. Hey doll, are you not feeling too well?
いえ、問題ありません。
Quite a nickname there.
では、少年と松方しおりは佐渡海上市公立中学での同級生である可能性が高いと考えられますね。
No, I'm fine. So there is a high probability that the young male and Shiori were classmates at a public middle school in Sado Marine City. I'm just going to keep it to her first name because the last name is too hard for me to pronounce. I'm not weeb enough for that.
そうなると少年の身元もすぐに割れそうですね。この映像の後の行動は
If that's true, the youth's identity would easily ascertained, whether either of them had seen after this footage was taken.
あいにくだけど消息不明。坊やも一緒にね。
You're welcome to try, Knight. You're welcome to try.
分析のしようもないわ。
Unfortunately untraceable, the kid too. If they avoid cameras and scanners, there's nothing for me to analyze.
少なくとも坊やには悪いことをしてるって自覚はあるってことか。
At the very least, it seems the kid is aware he's doing something bad. The location was unknown. However, it left a huge clue.
東京都外、特に北陸方面の街頭カメラ。
Don't you look smug at me, Knight.
その他、公安局管轄のデータ収集システムによる
Have you
記
checked?
録内容の方はどうでしょうか。
Have you checked all the records of the street cameras and scanners outside of Tokyo, especially within the Hokuriki region, as well as all the PSB data systems?
そっちもいまいちね。そもそも地方の情報インフラは遅れてるのよ。
That also didn't go too well. In the first place, the technological infrastructure in that city is lacking. So it is basically an old shuttle. Got it.
北陸なるほどねそういうことかいい感じしてるな久我たち
Hokuriku, I see. So that's what it's about. You have a pretty good intuition, Kikutachi.
勘ではありません。言動からの分析です。
Am I even pronouncing that name right, or am I getting that wrong too? I have no idea. It's not intuition, it's an analysis of their words and actions.
どういうことですか
What do you mean?
彼は一緒に帰ろうと訴えていました。ならば、二人の行き先として考えられるのは佐渡海上市ではないでしょうか。
He said, let's go back, in which case, would Sado Marine City not be the most likely destination? I couldn't understand why he had done such a thing, but even though I do not know why, I knew how to track his movements, so we just had to follow that trail.
北陸ブロックより緊急通報新潟県佐渡海上市の海底ライナー駅該当スキャナーにて色素悪化を検知少年がドローン警告後に逃走したようです
Emergency report from Hokuriku. Hokuriku. Poor U levels detected at an underwater subway station in Sado Marine City. It seems the youth had ignored the warning and fled. Grilled cheese is great, Laplace. Grilled cheese is great. A thorough investigation and analysis was conducted at once. All the street scanners among the underwater subway stations were analyzed, and footage from the cameras was reviewed. Oh, she looks terrified. Shiori's terrified face popped up in a pixelated 2D image. As the male suspected forced Shiori onto the train, his face could now be clearly seen. It was easy to identify him now. Haruto Sato, age 16, born in Sato Marine City, where he currently attended a local high school. Haruto's hue was a dark orange color, indicating impulsive criminal tendencies. We do not know if he was a latent criminal already, but immediate therapy was a must.
松方しおりの方はまだ
Good
失
days
踪が
again.
そこまで
Those days are great.
ですが誘拐犯に連れ去られる状況というのはかなりのストレスだと判断できます
So,
早急な方が必要です
a problem with this system is if a victim goes through like a kidnapping case, their mental health gets reduced so badly that they might get flagged as criminals as well, despite having them done nothing whatsoever. Which is not really effective, you would say. It raises a lot of questions about the system as well. But yeah, she's probably going to be affected at this rate. So far, Shiori's view wasn't much, but being kidnapped will likely cause her a considerable amount of stress. We need to fight and secure her at once.
ああ、二人とも救ってやらねえとな。
I know Mayu. Yeah, we need to save them both quickly.
二人ともですか松方しおりだけでなく
Both? Not just Shiori.
だってさ、まだハルトだって潜在犯じゃねえ。だったら、それは俺たちが救う相手じゃねえか。
Even Haruto isn't a latent criminal yet. Doesn't that make him someone we need to save too? I felt a sharp sensation pierce my heart, and forced Tsurugi was right. Here I was, already treating Haruto like a criminal.
そうですね二人が潜在犯となる前に保護できる
Someone's got us funny having trouble on it. That's right. We have to work hard to scope both of them before they become latent criminals. He's not a latent criminal, he's an active criminal. Yeah, you could say his behavior is rather dubious, yeah. The analysis stated that that he would likely become a latent criminal, but we would save them both. As long as he not become one, he still needed to be saved. I mean, I guess it's fair enough that you can still prevent him from going down the wrong pathway, despite him already doing questionable stuff. I wanted to save as many people as possible, otherwise I would have not chosen the path of a detective. To save those who should be saved, that was my job. Of course, here we go again. And so we, the Public Safety Bureau's Division 1, headed for Sato Marine City to the place beyond the sea.
着陸します
We're landing. A section of the dome covered the city. Kidnaps and blackmails girl, he's innocent. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, he still hasn't committed a murder, so we can still correct his behavior, but yeah, he's already doing very dangerous things. A section of the dome covering the city opened and welcomed us within. For an instant, I smelled a salty sea breeze. Isn't that a lovely scent?
ねえ、いつまで私を連れ回す気なの？
Hey, how long are you planning to drag me around for?
いい加減にしてよ。私のあんなホロ盗撮したり、それで脅
Sleazy.
迫したり。ハルト、なんかちょっとおかしいよ。
Stop it already. You're taking such sleazy hollows of me, and now you're blackmailing me. Haruto, something's wrong with you.
ごめん、困らせるつもりじゃなかったんだ。ホロだって、お前が可愛いからつい取っちゃって。
Smirk face.
脅したのも、
I wanna punch him.
お前に帰ってほしくなくて。
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you through all this. Even the hollow, I only took it because you looked so cute. I just don't want you to go back.
門限だってあるんだし、仕方ないじゃない。ねえ、ハルト、何かあったの？こんなことしたら、ハルトのお母さんたちだって心配するよ。
It can be helped, I've curfew. Hey, Haruto, did something happen? If you continue to do such things, your mother's going to be worried too, you know?
あんな親なんか関
Punch
係ね
get
え
him in
よ。
the face.
勉強しろ、勉強しろってそればっかり。俺だってあんなに頑張ってたのに。
My parents have nothing to do with this. Study, 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 that's all they ever said. Even though, I already tried so hard.
ハルト？
Haruto?
俺のこと分かってくれるのはお前だけなんだよ。だから二度と会わないなんて言わないでくれ。脅すような真似したのは謝るから。まだ好きなんだ。
Sonic Queen just let her go and apologize splendid for later. I'm not sure if she still would say so though. You were the only one who understood me, so please, don't say we'll never meet again. I'll even apologize for threatening you. I still like you. Uh-oh.
私そんなこと言ってない。
What? I never said such a thing.
言ったよ。証拠もある。ほら、このメールだ。東京へ行ったらお別れです。お互いのためになりませんから、もう二度と会えないけど、お元気でってさ。
Maybe it was a mother or something. You did. I have proof. Look at this text. Here's what it said. Once I get to Tokyo, it's the end. It won't do either of us of any good. We'll never meet again. Stay well.
何これ。私じゃない。
Fucking knew it was the mother.
私の
Mothers would do
勝
that.
手に送ったの。
Then again, my dad would also do that, so hey, there's that. What is this? That wasn't me. That must have been my mom. She hacked into my account and sent it.
お前のママが。
I wouldn't date someone who would take sleazy pictures of me without permission. Yeah, Laplace has the right point here. Your mom?
ママは言ってた。東京へ進学したら将来のためになるいいお友達をたくさん作ってほしいって。
She told me I needed to make lots of good friends who would be useful for my future when I went to study in Tokyo.
なんだよそれ。仕事のど田舎のオナチューの同級生なんか将来のためになんないから切るってわけか。
Then you're speaking as if such things don't happen these days anyway. I mean, like when I had my first email address, my dad also knew the password, and he would regularly check into my mail and stuff like that. So I mean, when it comes to me, yeah, sounds rather familiar. What's up with that? Am I just some classmate from the sticks who wouldn't be useful for your future? Is that why she made you sever ties with me?
私そんなこと思ってないよ。だからハルトが急に訪ねてきても普通に会ったし、一緒に遊んだじゃない。
I never thought of it that way. That's why when you popped out of the blue, I was happy to see you and I hung out with you still.
そりゃそうだよな。俺のこと嫌いなら会ってくれるわけねえよな。
My parents are dummies and
会い
tag.
に来てよかった。
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say that my dad is very good with technology either, but he just happened to know that password, that's about it. So you couldn't even call it hacking per se. Well, that's true. If you hated me, you wouldn't have met up with me anyway. Huh, I guess I was right to come visit you.
でもよく私の東京での住所が分かったよ
Oh
ね。
dear.
ハルトの家のホームセクレタリー AI ってすごい高性能なんだね。
Yeah, I also heard that from
遠くの友達の住所まで
Laplace.
調べて
I also heard that
案
one.
内してくれるなんて。
I guess that father got like disappointed and his son had to work on homework or something like that. So, I mean, some parents probably know things, others don't. But I didn't expect you to know my address. Your AI secretary must be really advanced in order to locate my address all the way in Tokyo.
だろ。昨日も話したけどさ。
Yeah,
朝起きた
sure.
らホロアバターがいきなり名乗ってさ。いつの間にか新しい AI がダウンロードされてたんだろう
What's
け
that
ど。
thing popping up there? Isn't it? I already told you this yesterday, but when I woke up one morning, there was this new hollow avatar who introduced itself. I wonder when it got downloaded though. I have some rogue AI messing up stuff. Wouldn't be weird either.
会いたい子がいるんだよね。隠さなくてもいいんだ。僕は君をずっと見てたからね。
This is what AI told me. I am Alpha. I'm here to help you. There is someone we want to see, isn't there? No need to hide it from me. I've been watching you.
その子に会いに行けば。
Don't you trust AI?
東京は鎖国してるわけじゃないよね。道案内なら僕がやってあげるよ。
Why don't you go find her? It's not like you can't go to Tokyo, right? If you need someone to guide you, I could do that for you. That's not fishy at all.
そう言って AI は本当に俺をお前に会わせてくれた。これって運命の導きってやつじゃね。俺とお前
I
は
think it's going a bit too far
離
though.
れになっちゃいけないんだ。
And before I knew it, the AI led me to you. It was like fate, right? You and I should never be separated from each other.
そうなのかもね。ねえ、もう気が済んだでしょ。私の携帯端末返して。学校サボっちゃったし、ママとも話をしなきゃ。
I like how they say mama in Japanese just as well. It's kind of funny. Maybe. Well, are you satisfied now? Give me my phone. I ended up skipping class and I need to call my mom back.
嫌だ。
I don't want to.
ハルトわがまま言わないでよ。また夏休みにでも遊べばいいじゃない。
Naruto, don't be so selfish. We can always hang out again during summer vacation.
せっかく会えたんだ。 もう少しだけ一緒にいてくれよ。そうしたらフォローも消す、端末も返すからさ。
Dude, you are in the clear. Why are you making it worse for yourself now? I finally got to see you again. So, just stay with me a little longer. If you do, I'll delete the holo and give your phone back. Does it sound okay? Just for today.
お前の嫌がるようなこともしない。約束する。だから頼むよ。
I won't do anything.
俺
I won't do anything you don't like. I promise. That's why. Just please. Otherwise, I would.
わかったわよ。一日だけ。一日だけだからね。
Oh, this girl certainly doesn't know what to say no. Red flag. Yeah. Okay, one day. Only one day. The chip already still, dude. Well.
俺たちの思い出の場所がたくさんあるよな。
There's a lot of places with this stone filled with memories, huh? National Hospital. A hospital under the Ministry of Health and Welfare. It was also a temporary headquarters during this case. It was in the central management tower, the core of the city. Like its name suggested, it was a landmark where all of the city's systems were managed. In addition, there were living quarters for its employees, facilities for firefighting drones, and so on. All of the city's necessary services was located here. What the hell's a VTOL? You're not going to give me any tip for that. Come on, game. With a VTOL aircraft takeoff and landing facility on the roof, this tower would more than meet our needs as a temporary headquarters. Oh, now you do. How do I even open that? I have literally no idea. Like, I literally have no idea. This vehicle was called the Super Ambulance. It was actually a PSB exclusive vehicle, mainly used as an incident brought us to more rural areas. Fan knows what's up.
市内の街頭カメラ、スキャナから得たデータは東京に残った空の森が分析している。その結果、
So how the hell do I even save this game? I got no idea.
市内をレンタカーで移動しているらしい。
Like, what if I press? Oh. Okay, there we go. Why are you showing me control support? Start the story from the beginning, load a save game. Yeah, but where do I even save to begin with? F6, alright. No. F6 yourself? Yeah, there we go. Must resist urge ongoing pedantic rant. Uh-oh. What is wrong, Aldous? What is wrong? Karanamori stayed behind in Tokyo and is analyzing the data from the street cameras and scanners. Our results say that they are on the move in the city using a rental car.
Wow, お金持ち。
Wow, they're so rich. Must be nice.
茶化すな。それについて不審な点がある。そうだな、空の森。
Don't joke around. There's something odd about it, isn't it right, Karanamori?
そうそう。今までの交通機関全部料金フリーパスで移動してるのよ。ちょっとおかしくない？
Yeah, all our transportation services have been covered free of charge. Strange,
以
isn't
前
it?
からこの犯行のために用意していた可能性は？
Isn't it possible that it was prepared in advance for when this crime was planned?
その可能性も考えたんだけど、事前にフリーパス契約をしていた形跡がないのよね。ついでに言えば、それだけのお小遣いがもらえるほど裕福な家でもなさそうだし。
I considered that, but there were no traces of a free pass being contracted beforehand. And his family isn't wealthy enough to provide him with as much money either.
何らかの不正手段が行われていると見るべきです。
But feel free to go for it, Alice.
引き続き調査をお願いでき
Feel
ます。
free to rant if you want. Because now I'm curious what it is about. We should assume that something illegal was done. Could I request for further investigation into this matter?
もちろんよ。可愛いなでしこちゃんの頼みだ
With
も
his voice.
頑張って開ける。
Of course, that's a request from the cute Nadeshiko. After all, I'll do my best.
私の容姿は任務と関係ないと思いますが。
I do not think my looks are of any concern to this case.
場を和ませる。ちょっとしたジョークよ。弥生もそんな怖い顔しないの。
Someone is jealous. I was just trying to ease the tension, and Joey, don't glare at her like that. Well, see ya. Analyst Karanamori was quite capable, but I could not really understand her.
とにかくだ。ヤッコさんたちはまだ市内から出てない。だろう、監視官。
In any case, they've yet to leave this city, isn't that right, Inspector?
ああ、佐渡海上市から出るルートを調べたが、都市の外に出た様子はない。奴らはまだ町の中にいる。
God damn it, Adamard. Yeah, we checked the routes leaving Marine City, but there were no signs they left. They're still inside.
じゃ、ちゃっちゃと追いかけますか。
Come on, Adamard, I know. Well then, let's go after them.
全員ドミネーターを持て。いつ必要になるかわからんからな。
All of you, bring a Dominator with you. We don't know when we may need it.
そんな言い方、まるでハルトがもう潜在犯みたいな言い方じゃねえか、ギノザさん。
The way you say it, it's like Howard's already a latent criminal in your mind, Inspector Ginoza.
色相の日本
Knowing him definitely is.
そうなる可能性もある。いざという時執行できない執行官など必要ない。
Considering his huge duration, that possibility exists. An enforcer who cannot enforce when it's required is not needed.
わかったよ。
Yeah, I know that. I'm really wondering how big of a rant Orders is going to drop here now. Yep. An automated container rolled towards us and opened its lid. 2 Dominators were present. I grabbed the one on the right.
使い方わかりますか？
Do you know how to use
配
it?
属初日に登録は済ませてあります。問題ありません。
It won't be an issue. I completed my registration on the first day. Do I literally need to... I guess I need to click the mouse there.
携帯型心理診断鎮圧執行システム
No one told me about that, plus the cursor disappeared. And Dominator is a highly advanced, well, I guess you could say gun, which immediately, well, judges the person it's aimed at, if it's a person that's not a criminal or a criminal, and which will switch between paralyzing or just eliminating when necessary. It's basically, think of a sentient taser from Star Trek, basically. A Dominator portable psychological diagnosis and suppression system has been
ユーザ
activated.
ー認証久我立なでしこ監視官公安局刑事課所属使用許諾確認適正ユーザーです
User identification, Inspector Nadeshiko Kukitachi, affiliation, PBS, Criminal Investigation Department, Dominator usage approval confirmed, you are a valid
現在
user.
の執行モードはノンリーサル
And non-officers can't use these things, because they just block,
対象を無
basically.
力化してください
I think they're also the only type of weapons in existence in the world, now I think about it. Enforcement mode, non-lethal paralyzer. Please aim carefully and subdue the target. I don't need to shoot, do I? I don't need to aim and shoot at things, do I? Uh-oh. A voice spoke from it. There was a profound heaviness to the gun, and when I realized I would be able to protect society with it, its weight grew within my clutches. Oh dear. I stiffened my posture. As an inspector, as a member of civil society, I would not fail to uphold the responsibility that came with it.
しかしうるせえ銃だよな。どうにかならねえのか。
This is quite a nosy gun. Can anything be done about it?
なーに、そのうち慣れるさ。
Computer talks
そ
so
れに
much.
指向性音声だからな。握ってるお前以外には聞こえんよ。
Don't worry, you'll get used to it soon enough. Also, that voice is directly linked to you, so nobody else can hear it.
準備はできたな。
Nano machine, son.
では行くぞ。
Alright, everyone, move out. Hey, it's a car. We split into two cars and headed out to track down Haruto Sato. I was with Inspector Tsunemori as well as Enforcer Kogami Masaoka. Inspector Tsunemori took the wheel while Enforcer Kogami sat beside her in the passenger seat. I sat in the rear with Enforcer Masaoka. And they hardened into response to physical trauma. Being new, I did not have the opportunity to talk with him much, but I heard he was the most seasoned veteran in this division, and I wanted to ask his opinion on the matter. Enforcer Masaoka, what are your thoughts regarding this case? It's an F word? What do you mean it's an F word? No need to that stuffy way of speech. After all, we're just enforcers, you're subordinates. I am more comfortable speaking like this, so any thoughts? Oh. Oh, goddammit, Laplace. Of course that's being picked up out and what? Thought so. It appears just to be an instance of you've gone wild. You've gone wild? You're dumping a rant in Discord. Doesn't fit in the chat. Oh boy. It's going to be something, alright. When their friends got separated, on top of that, the kid is unmistakably smitten with the little lady. He probably wanted to make some memories. Oh dear. As expected of you, Pops, although she has offered much wisdom. That's an interesting opinion, but a call just came in from analyst Karanamori. The location of Haruto Sato and Shiori Matsukada's rental car has been determined. That was fast. I'm really curious about what that route is going to be now. Inspector Tsunemori, the shortest route is now being displayed. Please pursue them. I don't think I need the explanation for auto navigation. Understood. Now switching to auto navigation. The car accelerated at once. The tablet displayed the expected arrival time to reapprehend the target. 7 minutes and 26 seconds. So, on a second down, eh? Regarding your opinion, what's your reasoning for concluding that Haruto Sato harbors romantic feelings for Shiori Matsukada? That's obvious. None, it's all a gut feeling, but Ko feels the same too, right? Auto navigation was that. Come on, fan. Think of Tesla's auto-steered cars and stuff like that. Yeah, personally, I think if we leave them alone, the situation may simmer down naturally and resolve itself. Same here, if possible. I'd prefer just to let the kids have their fun. Oh dear. What we're doing, speaking such nonsense. Also, I could not understand how such a baseless reason like Haruto is smitten with Shiori could validate optimism. We cannot do that. He's US and he fled from the drone that approached him. Why wouldn't you flee from a drone? Is the voice, is he... I guess the voices are alright because you didn't say anything about it. First of all, I see no connection between affection and blackmail. As a result of his clouded hue, he is thinking more like a criminal. Immediate therapy is a must. And no connection, that's... Someone is thinking a bit too much like a machine. We can see it, it's the target's car. You're just going to shoot the car, or what are you going to do? Raising my head, I could see the rental car Haruto and Shiori were in below a round of other cars. Moving to secure the targets. Roger that. Oh, right. I forgot about that. The cars can just change their appearance like that. Totally forgot that. Inspector Tsunemori switched to manual drive at the same time, and Enforcer Kogami hit the central console, turning the vehicles hollow, and the car spat, sirens blazing. So yeah, the cars are basically equipped with some sort of hologram overlay that can change them between normal cars and police cars. Which is, I guess, good for undercover work and stuff like that, but yeah. The car is made out of Kecleon. It's a Kecleon on wheels. This is the MWPSB. Persons in the rental car, stop your vehicles at once. And the passenger's window opened and the girl stuck her head out. Shiori Matsukata, her face was pale, eyes wide, she called for help, but was quickly pulled back in. Oh dear. That doesn't sound good though. I retract my opinion that the kid's completely lost his mind. Stop. Do you understand? I said stop. The rental car showed no signs of stopping, but it was only a matter of time till we would catch up to them. Or so we thought. What in the world is that? That means their act of defiance isn't just for show. Even more cars or something? The speeding rental car entered the oncoming lane. No collision, it dodged oncoming cars, weaving in and out, then skillfully slipped away. Oh dear. The kid got skills. Can't say this. It's impossible. We won't catch up with them with my driving. Harold decided does not possess a driver's license, and yet, how? Oh dear. There was no reason, Missy. Brace yourself. We're going to attempt a pincer attack with the other team's car. Yes. Kukitachi, contact Gino's team. Tsunemori, give me the wheel. Alright, of course the cars have also some security to them. Roger that, Akane Tsunemori, applying for vehicle operation rights for Enforcers Shinya Kogami and under Inspector Access Rights. Voice recognition and user ID confirmed, operation approved. They are talking rather calmly for being in the middle of a car chase though, I do have to say that. Okay, there's no time to waste. We're continuing on like this. Tsunemori, just leave your foot on the gas, leave the driving to me. Oh dear. But it's so reckless. Oh dear. What kind of acrobatics are they doing? Enforcer Kogami lifted himself out of the seat and grabbed the steering wheel. In its raised position, he maneuvered the car skillfully, chasing after the suspect. Utterly reckless, yes, but it was the best course of action at the moment. Enforcers were actually different from us after all. As I looked on, I received a call. It was Inspector Ginoza. He confirmed they are heading there. Every day for them. So Inspector Ginoza is behind the wheel. Though he may not look like it, he's pretty good. Just like he said, Inspector Ginova drove with a ferocity unbefitting to his intellectual image. Like a dog chasing after his prey, the rental car was about to be cornered. So that's illegal. It's very illegal. Keep your foot on the gas, Tsunemori. I know! Inspector Tsunemori and Enforcer Kogami made quite a duo. Gaining within from reach of the rental car, the suspect had now nowhere to run. We apprehended him and... Shit! Suddenly our car swerved and we spun out and our car swerved and we spun out and our bodies jerked forwards. The tablet shot up from my lap. Then we stopped right before entering the oncoming lane. Can't step on the gas. Inspector Tsunemori and Enforcer Kogami, are you okay? Wonder who's the newbie. Somehow, but what the hell just happened? In front of us, Inspector Ginoza's vehicle had barely stopped inches away from the side of the road. Slipping past it, the rental car sped off. Vanish just going on a song lyric here. Just what in the world is happening? Nobody could answer my question. Someone hacked the car or something? I don't know. What in the world happened?
公安局が追ってくるんだ。
Why is a control car from the PSB chasing us? I'm telling you that AI is evil.
ママが通報したんだと思う。捜索願いが出されたんじゃないかな。ひょっとするともう事件になってるのかも。
I think my mom must have filed a report. A search request probably. For all we know. It may already be an incident.
なんでだよ。俺はただ最後の思い出が欲しかっただけなのに。
Take a guess.
どうしてみんな邪魔をするんだ。
Why? All I wanted was to make some final memories with you. Why does everyone have to interfere?
基礎悪化セラピーが必要なレベルだよ。
Oh, he's going to get shot, isn't he?
君は幸せじゃないの？
You has worsened. It's now the level that requires treatment. What's wrong, Haruto? Aren't you
う
happy?
っせえな、黙ってろ。
Shut the hell up.
ねえ、もうやめよう。家へ帰ってみんなにちゃんと謝ろう。今ならまだ許してもらえるよ。
Hey, can we stop? Let's just go home and apologize to everyone. If we stop now, they might still forgive us, right?
そんなに俺から逃げたいのか。
Thought he asked me from the father because he approves of the guy. Don't think so. Do you want to leave me that much?
やめてよ。痛い。
Hey, stop that. It hurts.
話したくないんだ。一緒にいたいんだ。あとちょっとだけ。そう、今夜だけ。二人っきりで。
I don't want to let you go. I just want to be with you. Please, give me a little longer. Only for tonight. Just the two of us.
手を離して。私が嫌なことはしないって約束したでしょ。
Let go of me. Didn't you promise not to do anything I don't like?
先に約束を破ったのはお前だろ。今日一日は俺と付き合うって言ってくれたのに、パトカーに助けなんか求めてさ。
This is not going to go down too well, is it? You broke the promise first, didn't you? You said you would spend the whole day with me, but then you went and called a patrol car.
いや、家へ返して。
Don't think she did that though, but enough. Let me go home.
そんなに俺が嫌いか。だよな。ずっと前から好きなのは俺の方ばっか
Uh-oh,
り。
he's definitely going into creeper territory now.
させてくれなくて。
Do you hate me that much? You do, huh? Ever since we met, I was the only one who loved you. Yet you never even let me have a kiss. Hmm?
けど俺たちしょっちゅう一緒にいたよな。なんで？お前にとって俺は何なの？お友達？アクセサリー？それとも便利な道具？
But we still spent time together, right? Why? What was I to you? A friend? An accessory? Or just some convenient tool? The photo was growing on his head. Never go full nice guy. I think the guy's a boss.
なんとか言ってくれよ。
Say something.
ハルト、君は幸せじゃないんだね。
Haruto, you're not happy, huh?
うるせえな。ぶっ殺されてるのか。
Shut up, I'll break you.
僕は壊されるのは嫌だ。生きてる者はみんな自分を大切にするし、守ろうとする。
I
そうだ
don't,
よね。
I don't want to be broken. The living must all protect and take care of each other, right? So I'm guessing from the game's title, this is just a rogue AI trying to make people happy, but it goes very wrong.
ああ、そうだよ。でも生きてたって楽しくねえよ。
Yeah, that's right, but living isn't enjoyable either.
俺は困る。ハルト、僕は君の役に立ちたい。君が幸せになれたら僕は嬉しいんだ。ねえハルト、どうすればいい？
That is troubling. Haruto, I wish to help you. If you are happy, then it will make me happy too. So Haruto, what should I do?
だったら邪魔すんな。俺としおりを二人っきりにしてくれよ。
Then get out of my way. Let Shiori and me be happy.
分かったよ。
Hello.
僕はなるべく君に干渉しないことにする。でも、さっき追ってきた奴らはまだ諦めてないみたいだ。
I understand, Haruto, but I'm gonna do my best to not interfere with you. But it seems the people chasing you have yet to give up.
公安局か。お前、奴らの動きがわかるのか。
The PBS? You can track the movements?
僕らの動きが奴らに
PSB, not
続けなんだ。
PBS. God damn it.
この街ではあらゆるところに監視の目が張り巡らされてる。僕らの痕跡を奴らが今も探り回してるのは感じるよ。
There's surveillance all over the place. Our movements are being recorded. Even now, I can still feel them searching for us.
なんとかしろよ。奴らに捕まったら終わりだ。
Do something about it. We're done for if they catch
わ
us.
かった。やってみるよ、ハルト。
That's probably not going to end well, is it?
幸せのためにね。
What, Laplace? Okay, I'll do it again, Haruto. For your happiness. And that's not going to end well. He's going to kill him or something.
このホームセクレタリー怖い
Oh, kawaii. What's with his home secretary? It's great, it's
でも
scary.
役に立つ。お前とも合わせてくれたしな。二人っきりだ、しおり。もう誰にも邪魔はさせない。
Oh, right, I got the map. I got
俺
it.
に付き合ってくれよな。
But it's useful. It brought me to you. And we're alone now. Shiori, we're alone now, Shiori. I won't let anyone interfere again. Stay with me, just a bit longer. Rimu-san, kawaii, kawaii. Why are you guys back at the base?
パトカーのナビシステムに干渉されちゃったみたい。
Horrible, inefficient inspectors
マ
are
ニュアル
you.
運転中に強制割り込みをかけられるだなんて。敵は相当できるクラッカーじゃないかしら。
Something's interfering with the car's navigation system. This enemy is quite a skilled hacker to be able to break into a car like this while it's a manual drive. So yeah, the car indeed got hacked and got just slammed on the brakes or something like that.
春人たちの行き先は
We're already headed.
それもさっぱり。GPS データも街頭カメラやスキャナのログもいつの間にか全部消去されちゃってたのよね。さすがの私もお手上げだわ。
No clue. All the GPS data and all logs from street cameras and scanners have been suddenly wiped. Even though I can't do anything with what's left.
佐藤
I'm
春
just
人
waiting for it to say
クラッキングを
error
仕掛けた
because
ということ
god damn it.
だがプロフィールを見る限り奴の情報処理の交差ポイントは決して良いものではなかったぞ。
You're saying Harry just started hacked into a system, but according to his profile, his data processing aptitude isn't particularly high. So yeah, they can just read the personal skills of everyone in the system as well. Of course, that's totally fine. What's privacy? No, it doesn't exist in this world anymore. Hey, what if Shiori helped him? They're close, right?
その可能性は低いと断定できます。松方しおりはこちらに助けを求めていました。また彼女の情報処理能力の交差ポイントもこのクラッキングができるものではありません。
If he doesn't say it, you just have to say just god damn it. That possibility is low. Shiori Matsukata was calling for help. Also, her data processing aptitude isn't high enough to hack at this level. I'm telling you, it's the AI.
別の共犯者がいるな。
In which case, it was an accomplice.
佐藤春人に協力しているクラッカーがいると言いたいのか。鴻上。
Kogami, are you saying there's a hacker helping Haruto Sato?
そうとでも考え
Why do you want to say Naruto? God damn it.
問題は
There is no other explanation. The problem is... These guys do not like each other, by the way. Help me.
お困りですか厚生省アーバンサービスは市民の皆さんの健康な生活をサポートしています
Is there a problem? The Ministry of Welfare's Urban Service System supports the healthy lives of the public.
そんなことより通報してあなた公安局のドローンなんでしょ
Gotta love AI receptionists. Just like in real life, they're bloody useless. Then make a report instead. Aren't you a Public Safety Bureau drone?
何やってんだお前。
What are you doing? Hmm?
トイレじゃなかったのかよ。何逃げてんだよ。
Oh dear, she's trying to run away. Aren't you going to the restroom? What do you think you're doing? Trying to run away, eh? I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
重篤なストレス反応を検知しました色素をチェックします
No, that's not
色
good.
素シエンナ速やかに専門の医療機関でメンタルケアを受けることを推奨します
A severe stress response detected. Hue check will be conducted. Hue caller, Sienna. Immediate treatment at your nearest medical specialist is recommended.
ほら見ろ。色素チェックに引っかかっちまった。俺たちお尋ね者だ。けど捕まりゃしねえさ。
No, this is not going to end well for them, is it?
逃げても無駄だよ。っていうか逃げんなよ。
See what you've done. We've got called by a hue checker. Now we've been flagged. But don't worry, we don't get caught. Hey Shiori, running is pointless. Stop. How can I help you? Call the police. Now searching for fallen. Yeah, pretty much that. Help me.
騒ぐな。ひどいことしたくないんだよ。
Be quiet. Don't make me hurt you.
うわこじれてるこじれてる大昔のドラマ見て
これが地上のもつれってやつ？
Oh man, this is getting really bad. It's like an old soap opera. Is this what they call a love squirrel?
これで終わり？映像は記録されてないんですか？
Is this all? I don't know visual records.
記録されていません。消去された可能性が高いです。ただドローンのフェイスレコグニション機能は正常に作動し、音声データの識別も完了しています。
Nothing was recorded. There's a good chance it was erased. But the drone's face recognition software was functioning properly, and the audio data verification is complete.
いるかどうかわからない共犯者の話は後だ。一刻も早く佐藤春人を確保に向かうぞ。
Alternatively, no results found for call by the police. Yeah. Still got a while to go, I guess. Talking about an accomplice that we aren't even sure exists can wait. We need to apprehend Haruto Sato as soon as possible.
でもさ、どうやって探します？
Demo-san.
この町結構広いっすよ。
But how are we going to find him? This city's pretty big, you know. I listened to the audio repeatedly and tried to predict the suspect's next move based off his previous movements. Even without my memories, my mind began solving this puzzle.
彼は典型的な DV を起こす男性のパターンに当てはまっています。松方しおりを都市に連れてくる際に脅迫したことからもそれは明らかですが。
He fits the standard profile of men who commit domestic violence. It's clear how he threatened Shiori Matsukata and then brought her here.
この先暴力がエスカレートする可能性が高いとあんたは見てるのか？
So you think there was a high possibility his violence would escalate from here on? Yes.
早く見つけないとやべえってことじゃねえか。
Doesn't that mean things will get really bad if you don't find him
こ
quickly?
ういった男性は相手をコントロールしたがるため自分のテリトリーから出ることを良しとしません。佐藤春人の生活圏内にいる可能性は高いと思われます。
Because such men desire control, they will not leave their territory. They are very likely to be within Haruto's Sato's spatial patterns of his daily life.
となると、
Wouldn't that make it very easy to find him now?
捜査なり聞き込みなりで、普段ハルトがよく行く場所を調べるのが早いな。
In that case, the old-fashioned method of door-to-door house searches with Q&As will be the quickest method to find out where Haruto usually hangs out.
そんな原始的な方法では解決に時間がかかりすぎる。佐渡海上市中のドローンをすべて動員し、
Send in the drones, boys. Send in the drones. Such a prehistoric method would take too much time. We should activate all the drones within Sato Marine City and widen our search radius.
クラッキング対策はどうするんです？
Why do they always say cracking in Japanese instead of hacking? I've never really gotten that one. Like, I guess the two are... It's both a different term, isn't it? What about hacking countermeasures?
問題ない。ドローンとの情報共有をリアルタイムで継続的に行い、監視網を形成する。敵が情報操作をする前に尻尾をつかむんだ。
No problem. We'll form a surveillance net with real-time data sharing across all drones. This will apprehend a hacker before they can begin infiltrating our systems.
俗に言うしらみつぶし。
Cracked code is also hacking.
聞き込み操作と同じくらいに古典的な手段。
But why did the subtitle say hacking then? I mean, they're almost identical, but... That's what they call searching with a fine-tooth comb. It's as classical as a method as eavesdropping, but an effective decision nonetheless.
古典的だと。
Classic, you say?
はい。使用しているものが人間かドローンかの違いはありますが、刑事は足で稼ぐという古典的な言い回しを体現するような手段かと。
Hacker man. Some pattern and cracker man. I guess. Yes, there is a difference between using humans versus drones, but the methods convey the classic the adage that the detective must be able to think on their feet.
ギノザさんも俺たちと同じ
Cracking is doing the complex and actually looking for stuff on the computer. Hacking is what you do with an axe if you want to ping it. God damn it. So it means Inspector Ginoza is a detective just like us, huh?
口を慎め。俺が貴様ら執行官と同じだというのか。
Watch your mouth. Are you saying I'm the same as you enforcers? Oh, now isn't that some foreshadowing for the second season?
ギノザ監視官、落ち着いてください。事件を解決する有効な手段の考案に監視官、執行官の区別はありません。
Inspector Ginoza, please calm down. When thinking of an effective way to solve a case, there is no difference between inspectors and enforcers. I am calm. Yeah, you sound very calm.
私にはあなたが激高しているように見えます。ご自分の感情を正確
Why
に
did
理
it
解
go?
し、
I guess
冷
it's
静を
Auto.
取り戻していただか
Oh
ない
yes, it's Auto.
あなたの判断を信頼できません。
俺の方が執行官より信用でき
Yeah,
な
I
いという
couldn't
のか
skip that because I added Auto apparently. Are you saying I'm less trustworthy than an enforcer? Sure, he looks very calm. He looks very
今は
calm.
言い争ってる場合じゃありません。どうするか早く決めな
Prove
い
it
と。
by shouting.
こうしている間にも時間はどんどん過ぎていってるんですよ。
You guys, this isn't the time to be arguing. We only have to we have to decide on the course of action at once. We're only losing more time.
そうだぜギノ。だいたいクガたちだって別にお前の捜査方針を批判したわけじゃないだろう。
That's right, you know. In the first place, Kugitachi was never even criticizing your search method.
ならば俺の捜査方針に従えばいいだけだろ。
If that's the case, then everyone should follow my method.
いえ、2つの操作方法は同じくらい有効だと判断しました。よって私はチームを2つに分けることを提案します。
Now I've concluded that both methods are equally effective. As such, I propose splitting up into 2 teams. Now that can surely end
そ
well.
れいいですね。じゃあギノザさんはドローンの指揮をお願いします。私は正岡さんたちと聞き込みをしますから。
Oh, what a good idea. Then Inspector Ganosa can command the drones, and Mr. Masaoka and the rest of us will conduct the investigation.
わかった。いいだろう。オートナビを外した車も2台ある。それで、クガたち。
Do I get to choose where I go with, or...? Fine, we'll go with that. We have 2 vehicles without an auto navi anyway. Kukitachi, who do you intend to go with? Oh. So what are we going to do? Are we going to, cast gameplay? Well, it's as much gameplay you're going to get in a visual novel, isn't it? Are we going to bother people, or are we going to track them from afar? Can I save here? Okay, I can save here. Might as well save just in case. Bother people. You know, plenty of visual novels with gameplay sections. Fair enough, fair enough. Inquire. I want to see if some more people here can actually operate an automobile. Alright. Guess we'll go bother people then.
私の持つ知識、技能はそちらの方がより高い効果を発揮すると判断しました。
I will go with the investigation team. I've concluded that my knowledge and abilities will have a greater effect this way.
だが、忠告しておく。執行官のやり方に染まるな。色相が濁るぞ。
Do what you like, but let me warn you. Don't let yourself be influenced by the Enforcer's way of doing things. You will suffer for it.
私の判断で最適な行動を選びました。その上でそういった言い方をされるというのは
These guys don't like each other, do they?
あるとおっしゃりたいのでしょうか。
I picked the best option according to my judgment. If you put it that way, are you implying that my judgment is mistaken?
まあまあ、クガタチ嬢。ギノザさんはあんたを心配してるだけだ。そうカリカリすんなって。
Calm down, Miss Kukitachi. Inspector Ginosa is just concerned about you. No need to be so on edge.
意図が不明です。私の判断に誤りがあるのか、ギノザ監視官に問いたいだけなのですが。
On edge? I do not understand what you mean. I was only asking Inspector Ginosa if there was any error in my judgment.
心配などしていない。判断に誤りがあるかどうかは自分で確かめろ。
I am not concerned. Check yourself if there is any mistake in your judgment. Such an asshole.
初任務ゆえ、 不安を持たれていると理解しました。結果を出すことで判断の成否を証明いたします。
Very well, I understand that you have your doubts since this is my first case. I will prove my judgment is sound by getting results.
おいおい、これはまたなんつうかロボットみたいだな。
Hey, she reminds me of something. You know, like a robot.
木野座さんも真面目なんですけど、久我たちさん、それに輪をかけて真面目すぎるんですよね。
Inspector Ginoza is quite a serious person, but Miss Kukitachi is on a whole different level.
変わったやつだな。犯罪学や心理学の知識は豊富だが、監視官というよりはむしろ
It's a predicate robot.
研究
Oh,
者か。
plot twist. Maybe. You
研
never know.
究者に作られたドロイドの方が近いか。
She sure is a strange one. She knows both criminology and psychology. So rather than an inspector, she's more like a scientist? No, a droid made by a scientist.
ドロイドか。なるほど。
Droidか。
言えて妙だな。
A droid, huh? I see it. Strangely fits her. A droid. For some reason, I felt my chest tighten after hearing that word. Perhaps a sort of pain. Was I really lacking that much in humanity?
二人とも久我たちさんに失礼ですよ。
A shame on you both. That's a rude thing to say to Miss Kukitachi.
いえ、私の言動がそういった印象を与えるものだということでしょう。不快ならば改めるよう努力します。
No, it just means my actions give off such an impression. If it makes you uncomfortable, I will do my best to change.
いや、不快ってわけじゃないが、難しいな。
Oh no, it's not uncomfortable, it's just difficult. Difficult, huh?
いいじゃねえか、今のままで。それがあんたの個性なんだろう。
Isn't it fine the way you are now? I mean, that's just your personality.
個性ですか？
Beep boop. Personality?
ああ
Why do you question personality?
違うもんだし
Come on now.
あんたの言い方はちょっとわかりにくいけど、
And before the protagonist was a robot all along.
よく伝わってくるよ。
Yeah, people are all different. Your way of talking is a little hard to understand, but I can tell that you're doing your best to solve this case. I wondered, the moment he said that, it felt like the pain in my chest was washed away. It was like I was experiencing emotions I've never known existed. Oh dear, you're 25 years old? Jesus
とにか
Christ.
く行きましょうか。唐野森さん、クラッキングで破壊されたデータの修復ができたらすぐに送ってください。
In any case, let's get going. Miss Karanamori, once you manage to recover the destroyed data, please send it over immediately.
オッケー。あかねちゃんのためならお姉さん頑張っちゃうから。
Okay, for Akana's sake, your big sis will do her best.
お願いします。できる限りで構いませんので。では、常森班の皆さん、聞き
Big
込みに
sis,
出
huh?
動します。
Hmm.
オートナビは使えませんけど、運転は誰が？
Thank you, just do what you can. Well then, everyone in the investigation team are wearing out. The car is full, the car's auto navi is not functioning, so we will drive.
常森監視官、お願いします。免許
Oh,
を
she's
所
going
持
to
して
drive? Oh dear.
運転した記憶があります。
Mayu, please, why are you so lewd? Inspector Tsunemori, I'll leave it to you. Though I have a license, I have no memories of
わかりま
driving.
した。
Understood. Guys, why is Mayu so lewd? In order to conduct the investigation, we drove to the residential area where Haruto and Shiori lived. Before long, we could see clusters of abandoned homes.
長々時間
I
を
remember when I told me he was pure.
どうする徳さん。
We don't have much time to spare. What should we do, Pops?
佐藤春人の自宅を捜索するか。友人
Why is it my fault? I haven't done anything. I'm innocent, I swear. Yeah, right. Right, you're not pure at all, Mayu. Saying such things. We can search Haruto's place, or we can talk to his friends. Does this guy have any friends? Looks like a bit of an
久
asshole.
我たちさんはどう思われますか？
That's true. What does Miss Kukitachi think? Oh dear. Guys, we're getting more decisions. What does Jet say here? What does Jet say? I need to get a refill on my drink anyway, so I'll let you guys find it out. And we'll go with whatever you say then. Yeah, apparently the game has like 16 endings or something like that. But yeah, we'll be right back. Hold on. Go left, flip a coin, check residence. I flipped a coin, it rolled under my couch. Let Shiva decide. Money was lost in the progress. Well, since you guys are horrible with suggestions, and we've only gotten like one of that, I was just going to check out residence, I guess. When in doubt, go for the first option. It was 10 cents. Still 10 cents. If you got like 10 cents stuck in your sofa, it's a whole euro. You can get like a hamburger with it at McDonald's. We headed to the residence of Haruto Sado. 110 cents. We learned from his family that his view deteriorated so rapidly that immediate counseling was deemed necessary. Other than that, we didn't receive any useful information. However, we found a massive amount of evidence in Haruto's room. Literally a massive amount. Oh dear. What did he find in his room? I just picked the option 1 every time now so we can get the other ends easy. I am not sure if I will do all the routes on stream because... I mean, there is like 16 endings apparently. And I have no idea how long this game is. If it takes like very long, I'm probably not going to do multiple playthroughs of this on stream. But I guess we'll have to see. Miss Kukitachi, look. Oh dear. Containers of mental supplements and tranquilizers. Yet only over-the-counter medicine that don't require any prescription, but this amount is abnormal. Honda said 6 hours according to all. Oh, 6 hours. I might do multiple rounds then, I don't know, but all of them might be a bit much. Hiding it meant he didn't want his parents to find out that his view was clouded. From there to just now, they haven't even noticed their son is strapped. Don't know if that's including all other routes, but I don't know. If that were all the routes, it would be rather short on its own, I guess. To struggle alone without telling anyone. A man's pride. Man's pride. So silly. Hold on, there should be counselors at the school, and also, it's recommended to talk to family and friends if one views become cloudy. This main story results you assume it's just a single run. Alright, alright. In this world, everyone isn't able to speak so freely. We find a huge pile of letters addressed to Shiori in his closet, all handwritten, but the production of paper had stopped a long time ago. How did he even get these? Alright. And why did he not give these to us after putting so much effort into write it all down? Even without a mail system, he could still have handed them to her. Why did he not take any countermeasures to combat his clouded hue? Did he not open up and convey his thoughts to Shiori, Matsukata, or his parents, or anyone at all? After analyzing his computer, I found chat logs, and my suspicions grew even more. Chat logs? Oh my. Could you take a look at this? I think it's important information. There were a large amount of chat logs between Shiori Matsukata and Haruto Sado. A single account created specifically for contact between the two of them.
自習室で一緒に勉強しようってログがたくさんあります。
It seems they went to the library together often. A lot of these logs are full of invitations from Haruto asking Shiori to study with him in the
で
library.
すが、佐藤春人と松方しおりの交差ポイントには差があります。なぜそんな非効率なことを。
Check the rest of the page. Main plus extra is almost 15 hours and completionist is 27 hours. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, I don't think I will be... If 15 hours is... 5-6 streams maybe? Without completionist? We'll have to see, I guess, by the time then. But there is clearly a gap between Haruto Sato's and Shiori's Masuka's aptitude. Why would you waste his time in doing something so inefficient? So yeah, the systems say that he's not good for her, basically. For the mental of culture in his Of course, it's because he wanted to spend time together with her. Look though, humans can't move by right or wrong alone.
松方しおりと同じ学校に行こうと努力していた。だが、二人はシビラの判定で引き裂かれた。悲劇だな。
Haruto Sato studied hard to gain entrance to the same high school as Shiori Matsukata. But the two of them were torn apart by Sibyl's judgment. It's a tragedy.
これは憶測に過ぎんが、親の静止でもあって連絡が取れなくなったのかもしれんな。
This is just speculation, but the overbearing control of the victim's parents may have played part in their breaking contract.
それであのガキは
Breaking
屈して
contact, just should
大事
say.
なお姫様を何が何でも取り戻そうとしたってわけか。現代のロミオとジュリエットか。
So they get snapped and decided to do anything to get his dear princess back. A modern Romeo and Juliet? Or do you always have to bring up that one? There's more stories, come on. The parts separated because of Sibyl's judgment. Their decisions should have been correct, but then, why were they unable to accept it? I mean, could you accept anything a computer would tell you to do if it was so-called for the best of your life and your future? I don't know, really. I would like to find it out myself, honestly, instead of having someone to tell me what to do. No matter how much I tried, I could not fathom how this caused his view to deteriorate. Not knowing that was necessary to predict his next move. I don't know, let me ask his computer. Don't ask your computer. Could it be because the person I wanted affection from was erased from my memories? Or did I never have such emotions in the first
と
place?
なると、あいつらの行き先は図書館だな。それしか考えられない。
And that would mean their destination is a library. That's the most logical conclusion. Your computer said you are
断
happy.
定しちゃっていいんですか？
Is it just fine to come to that conclusion?
俺はその可能性が一番高いと思う。デカの鑑定やつだ。だが、
Wouldn't like it if everything was predetermined for you.
外せば時
Yeah,
間
I
ロス
can
は免
understand
れない
that.
からな。
Yeah, that's the highest possibility. It's what you call a detective's gut feeling. But it's also a gamble. If I'm wrong, precious time will be lost.
だが、俺も図書館にかける
This
と
game
こ。
already gives him prepared
姫
pressure
さん
by
もさ
chat,
っき言っ
so...
てたろ。こういう男は自分のテリトリーに従う。
No, I'm letting you choose. That's the thing. I'm letting you choose. But I'm betting on the library to go. And she did just say that such men would prefer to stay within their territory.
思い出の場所である図書館は、まさにそのテリトリーそのものというわけか。
That the library filled with all their memories definitely comes to mind. To the library we go. My computer says that support has ended and that I need to update to Windows 10.
裏を取った方がいいと思いますけど。
That's been a few years now, hasn't
久
it?
立さんはどう思われます？
I think it's better to continue with the investigation, so we can back up our theory. What do you think, Miss Kukitachi? Did we get to choose again? Or... Inspector Tsunemori's question caught me off guard. As a result of trying to comprehend all this new info we found regarding to the suspect, my understanding teetered. Based on that, where should we head to? Oh, and we get to choose again. I think I'll go with the library. Sounds like a good idea. It's better than nothing, at least. Let's head to the library. I sat raising my head, though I slightly doubted it. The possibility that he would follow the pattern of taking the girl to a familiar location was high. Knowledge. Inspector Tsunemori nodded, and we drove to the library, which had closed last year. Is there even anything left in this dilapidated town? I've started at the library guard. As we were there, analyst Karen Amori called and informed us that the part of the destroyed data of Harude's and Shioi's movements had been recovered. Hamilton got out of his car at the park, which was within the residential area we already were at. The scanner looked as hue when he went into the restroom. It was now a dark red. That's probably not good.
向かっている図書館は公園の中にあります。
The library is located within the park.
ビンゴってところか。
Bingo.
急ぎましょう。
So did I just guess correctly, or does it literally follow my choices? I'm wondering.
松原しおりの色相だけでなく、身体に危害を加える可能性が極めて高くなっています。
Let's hurry. Harude's Yu has reached the danger zone. The possibility that he would harm not only Shiori's Yu, but her body as well is extremely high. I'm betting on it. He may have already become a latent criminal by now, but as long as that possibility was not a fact, I wanted to save them both.
ああ、ここからが本番だぞ、なでしこ姫さん。
Nadeshiko Hime-san. You don't call her you don't call her doll when it's spoken, but translation says doll. Interesting. Yeah, the crucial part begins now, doll.
分かっています。
Also, she doesn't have any objections against that. I wonder if we see pew pew action in this. I don't know. I understand. Let's go find him. No, I guess we'll find out at some point, Mayo.
なあ、よくここで一緒に勉強したよな。
Remember how much we used to study here?
楽しかったよな。
It was fun, wasn't it? Oh, the creepy playbox music.
なんとか言ってくれよ。なあ、しおり。
Let's say something. Now, Shiori. Eek?
なんでそんな顔すんだよ。俺のこと嫌いなのか。
Why are you making such a face? Do you hate me?
あんなに一緒にいたのに。
That's not going to end well, is
あんな
it?
に好きって言ったのに。
Uh-oh.
お前だって好きって言ってくれたのに。
We were together for so long. I professed my love to you, and you told me you liked me too. This is a very weird date. Yeah, this is not going to end well, I'm afraid. Stay away, don't come near me.
隣に行くだけだ。前みたいに二人並んで、ここで勉強ばっかしてたよな。閉鎖されちまったんだぜ。お前が東京へ行くのと同時に。
I just want to be next to you, just like before. The two of us here. We did nothing but study here, and then it got shut down. It was the same time we left Tokyo. She's definitely not having a fun time. It's not my fault. I'm not in the wrong. I didn't do anything.
だよな。俺たち何にもし
He
なか
isn't
ったよな。
listening.
手ぐらいは握らせてくれたけどさ。
Yeah, right. We didn't do anything at all. So then why did you let me hold your hand? Uh-oh. Uncensored hand holding. Stay away.
騒いだって誰も来ねえよ。ここ廃墟だしな。
I want to punch this guy. I would feel bad for the girl if she didn't walk into a big field full of red flags. Yeah, it's a bit obvious, isn't it? No matter how much noise you make, nobody will hear you. This is an abandoned building, after all. Stop it.
無駄だ。ここには俺たち二人っきりさ。
It's pointless. There's only the two of us here. Anyone, please.
知ってるか。ここって密室なんだぜ。なあ、
Uh-oh.
何でもできるぞ。何でもだ。閉館時間も人の目も。
I'm set in an abandoned building. Don't question why the lights are still on. We could do anything behind these closed doors, Shiori. Anything. Did you know that? Without any closing hours of people here, we can do anything we want. No, don't.
お前の言うことなんかもう聞かねえよ。
No,
お前は俺なんか捨ててったんだもんな。
no, you don't. You're the one who threw me out to the curb. Punch him in the dick. No. Turning point. I don't like that. The rental car of Haruto and Shiori was parked in the front of the library. Even though the door appeared to be closed, there was no mistake they were inside. Haruto said his mental state had reached its limit by now. If his view wasn't and crime coefficient drove any higher, there was a chance he might become abusive. I think I already passed that point. But there was nothing holding on to what little hope there was left. Now that we find our location, I could not help but pray that Haruto Sato would be alright. Why are you praying for him? Pray for the girl instead. Then again, I know it was a fearful hopelessness. Even Shiori Matsukata had a very high probability of becoming a latent criminal by now. Sneaky toilet. In order to prevent that, I had to hurry.
間違いありません。佐藤春人たちの乗っていたレンタカーと ID が一致します。
Are we going to watch a bad ending or something? The rental car's ID matched the one Haruto Sato was in. There's no mistaking it.
建物の扉はロックされてるみたいですね。例の協力者でしょうか。鴻上さん、正岡さん、物理的に破壊できますか？
It seems the door is locked. It must have been your accomplices doing. Mr. Kogami, Mr. Masaoka, can you guys break down the door? Yeah, let's kick it in. Kick it. Of course, leave it to us. Just get us the approval, Missy. Miss Tsunemori nodded, then she opened the trunk of the PSB vehicle and spoke into her wristcom.
監視官権限により執行官の車載工具の使用を申請。
Time to get the guns out, I guess.
正岡智美執行官、鴻上信也執行官。
Akane Tsunemori, requesting onboard equipment access for enforcers. Uses enforcers Tomomi Masaoka and Shinya Kogami.
正門並びに ID を認証、レベル1装備を認可します。
Voice recognition and ID confirmed. Level 1 equipment use approved. Time to shoot? Very likely. Don't hurt your back now, Pops. Shut up. PSB vehicles were equipped with top-of-the-line tools for special circumstances like this. The two enforcers used them, destroying the library's secured entry. Every time I see psychopaths, I'm reminded that everyone is dressed in clothes generated from I totally forgot about it for a moment. I don't think all of their clothes are though. Like, I'm pretty sure Kogami is just wearing a plain suit instead of wearing some sort of hologram thing. But yeah, it is kind of weird when you think about it, yeah. Alright, let's go. Enforcer Kagari led the way, holding a dominator. I followed, as did Enforcer Masaoka. Then we heard the sound of a car screech. Car? No, the other ones, I guess. Yeah. It seemed that Inspector Guinos' team had just arrived. Inspector Tsunemori raised their hands, guiding them in our direction. So if you impede them, they're going to be naked, good to know. I was wearing Sarah Shia even though she behind all the crabs. Tickle. Yeah, I forgot about that detail, didn't I? I'm not sure how far that is actually true though. Let's get going, doll.
Hi.
Yes. Alright, action time? Probably action time. The dim and dusty interior reflected all the time that has passed since this building was closed. There's not enough dust for them to have left any footprints. Where do we go?
こちらを参考にしましょう。
We can refer to this. Yeah, I remember that scene as well, but I'm unsure if it literally applies to everyone. It's like, never really got much explained to that, did it? I pointed to a map hanging on the wall. Yeah, patches, you fully expecting you. God damn it, why do you want to do that? And the building guide map, huh? Oh, we even get to see the map. Fancy. It is an archaic library, storing vast amount of old printed books, and preserving the remains of an era when paper had been a commodity. The building was split into 4 floors. From bottom to top, a children's book, general reading, comics, study rooms, but where were they? So they literally have just an entire floor for manga? That sounds good. Oh. Well, I mean, I assume they went to the study room because they spent all that time together studying, didn't they? You know, I'm going to make a save point here. Because I'm curious, but like if you pick like something like the wrong room, that you go to the wrong place or something. I'm kind of curious about that. Study floor. Entire room for Dujins. Fourth floor, study rooms. There was nothing but rooms divided by partitions. It was like a maze. Not there. I scanned for the rooms closest for me, but any signs of movements of shadow, but nothing. Oh, never mind, there they are. Don't run away, Shiori. Open up, let me out! It sounded like two people were fighting. The angry voice of a young man, and the screams of a young woman. There was no mistaking it, they were here. I grabbed my Dominator and rushed towards the voices. Over here. We quickly found which room they were in. The telltale sign was the door shaking as if someone from within was pounding on it. And of course, Shiori's innocent cries for help. Right there. Get out of the way. We might even have the ending for One Piece. In the future, the backlog they have is probably crazy. Cutting in front of me, Enforcer Tsurugi lunged at the door. It flung open as if it was made of paper. The light before us was. What is wrong with you? Why are you running from me? We're supposed to be together. You and me. I love you. No, stop. Please. Uh-oh. 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 Straddled atop his Shiori Matsuka, Haruto Sato struck her repeatedly, confessing his love. Uh-oh. Beneath him, Shiori lied helpless, clothes crumpled, face swollen. If it had come to this, there was only one thing that could be done now. Are we going to do this ourselves, or are we going to send our lackeys after this? Let's do it ourselves. If you have to do something, do it yourself. Don't go any further. I aimed my Dominator at Haruto Sato. Oh wait, do I really need to? No, I don't get to aim anything, do I? Crusade. Crime coefficient is 312. Enforcement mode, lethal eliminator. Please aim carefully and eliminate the target. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's done for. He's done for. Shiori, it's all your fault. Yeah, he's dead. He's dead. He got splattered into tiny pieces. Shiori's eyes opened wide, staring at Haruto's lower body. His upper half is nothing but chunks of flesh scattered all over the floor and walls. Yep. Figured they wouldn't show that. Yeah, I'm not surprised either. Then again, the anime just shows it on full display, so yeah. No! She stumbled backward and tried to run, and she was clearly panicking. I pointed my Dominator at her. She's also in the red, isn't she? No, 200. Oh. Also too high. Crime coefficient over 210. Target for enforcement action. Enforcement mode. Non-lethal paralyzer. The psychopath had clearly greatly deteriorated. There was no longer any hope of recovery. Hey, wait, Miss Kukatachi. I ignored Enforcer Tsuguri and pulled the trigger. Oh, you're just going to shoot her? Damn. That's savage. The body dropped to the floor. From the corner of my eye, I noticed Enforcer Tsurugi glaring at me.
そのまま放置すれば強行状態に陥った彼女が自害あるいは他害を起こしさらに犯罪係数を上昇させる危険性がありましたこれは必要な措置です
If we have left her like that, she may have hurt herself or someone else, and it would have further increased the crime coefficient. It was a necessary measure. Shiori. And that's not Crusader actions. Well, that's the issue with the system. The victims that go through trauma and stress will get their mental states so polluted that they will be labeled as a criminal as well. So, by paralyzing and knocking her into a coma here, it's probably for the best that she doesn't do any rash actions that might endanger her future. So, yeah, it's clearly not. Yeah. It's hard to decide what to do in such a case. In the anime, Akane would have gone for just talking to the person, which she did in, I believe, the first episode. But yeah, it's not an easy thing to decide, I imagine. Inspector Tsunemori rushed to her aid. I heard the hurried footsteps of everyone else in the room, and felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Inspector Ginoza.
判断は悪くない。だが、なぜ執行官に命じず、自分で
I wasn't allowed to shoot it myself, was I? Your judgment was not bad, but why did you shoot the target yourself instead of ordering an enforcer to do it? Sake of efficiency. Yeah, that is definitely not a bad ending. That is definitely not a bad ending, isn't it? For the sake of efficiency.
効率を追求したまでです。
It was all for the sake of efficiency. Huh?
執行官に命じた場合、ワンテンポ執行は遅れます。私が先行していた以上、自分で撃った方が早いから命じなかった。
I mean, I guess it's also true.
合理的な判断だと思います。
It's like, takes like a split second longer if you would tell someone to shoot it instead of doing it yourself, I imagine. So, I mean, I guess time counts in a situation like this as well, but yeah. If I would just admit to doing it for the fun of it, I don't think that it's going to be liked by the game, is it? If I had ordered an enforcer to do it, we would have been a step behind. Being the first one at the scene, it was faster for me to shoot, and so I did. I think it's logical.
そりゃあもっともだ。
Well, that's reasonable.
確かに最初に現場にたどり着いたのは久我達さんです。状況を見て理解できる判断かと。
It is true that Inspector Kukitachi got there first, and with the whole situation in mind, I can understand the judgment.
しおりさんの怪我ひどいですからね。これ以上殴られてたらと思うと、早く執行したい気持ちはよくわかります。
And Shio's injuries were bad. If he had continued to beat her, just the thought of that alone makes me understand the need for immediate enforcement.
私は私の判断に基づき行動しました。問題があるなら指摘していただければ今後修正しますが。
I acted according to my own judgment. If there is a problem, point it out and I can correct it the next time.
悪くない判断だとは言った。俺と違うだけで。
Think about the satisfaction of starting shoes. I don't know. Couldn't say that. I said it wasn't a bad judgment, it's just different from how I would have done it, but your way of doing things was fine.
ドロイドちゃんって効率中すぎない？
Isn't Miss Droid a bit of an efficiency freak?
とはいえ、その判断が正しかったのは確かだ。
But it's also true that the decision was correct. Give Van a gun. Do not give Van a gun now.
それかすっげえ武器使われるかのどっちかだよね。
Poor Kagari. Kagari is great though.
してもあれだよな。
Why do you shoot them to check if it tickles me in fun places? Huh. Somehow it feels my role is gonna decrease. Oh, I'm gonna get worked to the bone. Either way, it's a little... Poor Kagari. After the emergency evacuation vehicle left the building, the crime lab drones began moving in to conduct a forensics analysis of the crime scene. There's not much left to find. I felt a heavy anxiousness weigh down on my shoulders. Could my U have been affected? Just to be safe, I initiated the U check on my I guess this is also African Violet. It had not changed by much, but I felt some mental fatigue. Maybe I should take a mental supplement just in case. Alright. Yeah, I mean, how far can we derail this game? Jeez. It's probably for the best that you take one. But... I wonder what happens if you don't. Let's just take it. That makes me wonder about what happens if you take the other choices, really. I pulled a mental cast supplement tablet from my pocket and chewed it. The mild minty taste seemed to clear up my mood a little. Okay, so keep in mind now, a good mood is a minty tastes like mint, apparently. As the forensic analysis continued, I scanned the area and noticed Enforcer's Tsurugi frowning his brow. Everything is going downhill. I mean, if it doesn't take too long to finish the game, I might as well just go like the everything is going downhill route. Just like saying that I shot him for fun and stuff like that. I guess we could do that. Maybe. We'll see. I can deal with this. Is that because Haruto Sato became a latent criminal? Mint isn't. I don't really like Mint that much. It depends really in what kind of way. No, well, there was that too. I think things could have ended better. What are you saying? Dude, you fucking kidnapped her. Come on now. Haruto really liked Shiori, and when they were out together, even Shiori probably didn't dislike him. Enforcer Tsurugi's voice trembled when he spoke. I couldn't understand. Why did he empathize with this case to such an extent? Of course, even I had regrets about the result, but I had a feeling that we were going about it very differently. Sure, she just likes him, you idiot.
好きとか嫌いって気持ちまでシビラに決められるなんてそんなのおかしいだろうがよ
But they were drawn about by Sybil's judgment, and then ended up like this. How can Sybil decide such things like love and hate? It's absurd.
社会階層の異なる相手との恋愛適性が低いことはこの数十年のデータで証明されています。
Well, here we go, everyone. It's not absurd. Data from the past decades have proven how low romantic compatibility between parties of differing social classes. But that's...
物理距離の問題だけで言えば、離れていても交際を続けるカップルも存在します。距離を理由に疎遠になるのならば、所詮そこまでの感情。別れる方が互いのためでしょう。
There are couples who stay together even when separated by distance. If distance causes estrangement, then the relationship is doomed to fail. Splitting up would be the best. So what? Are you saying my feelings for her are of no concern?
落ち着いてください。私は一般論から佐藤春人と松方しおりの恋愛関係について試験を述べたに過ぎません。
Please calm down.
なぜあなたの感情が関係するのか。
Please calm down. All I did was present my opinion on the relationship between Haruto Sato and Shiori Matsukata. I cannot understand what that has to do with your feelings. Sorry, this case was just too similar to my past. I didn't mean to get so heated. Your past? May I hear about it?
あんまり聞いて楽しいもんでもないけどな。簡単な話さ。俺にも昔付き合ってた女がいた。けど、シビラの判定で離れ離れになって、気がつきゃ連絡も取れね
え。It's nothing great. A simple story. I also had liked a woman, but we were separated by Sybil. And by the time I realized it, I couldn't even find her. Is he a nice guy too? Well, he is a criminal technically, so... Enforcer Tsurugi feigned a laugh in the sight of his face as he struggled with his past, made me feel something in my chest.
あいつも俺と同じように俺のことを思ってくれてると信じてたんだがな。
I believed you thought the way of me the way I thought of her.
同じ心と聞くからに我が身を捨てて君ぞ悲しき
Misery, our hearts the same. If so I hear myself to abandon only to love you. Oh dear. We're getting some quotes now. That song, it's...
源氏物語に出てくる恋の歌です。
The Tale of Genji. Oh. A Song of Love from The Tale of Genji.
恋をする胸の苦しさはお前も同じだと聞いて我が身がどうあろうとも愛おしさが溢れる
God damn it, Jet.
そんな歌だろう
The Tale of Genji is a thing that really exists, though, I know of it. And knowing that you also feel the anguish of love, my love for you overflows no matter what may happen to me. It's from that song, right?
よくご存知で古典に詳しいのですか？
And you know about it. Are you familiar with the classics?
いやさっき言った女が好きだったんだそういう昔の歌を
Turtle time. No, the woman I just spoke of liked those old songs.
そうですか。昔の恋歌は苦しさを歌ったものがとても多いですね。それでも愛おしいというのはどういうものなのでしょう？
I see, many old love songs spoke of anguish, but what does it mean to be precious to someone? Anguish exists as the exact opposite of happiness. Why would someone seek love if it could cause such pain? Or was that what love meant? Well, love is a weird thing, let me just say that. I mean, it can either make you happy or it can either break your heart. I mean, yeah. It's a weird thing. I don't know how it works. Emotions are weird. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. I did not know. It eluded me. I lacked the emotion needed to desire someone to such an agonizing extent.
私には理解し得ない感情のようですが。
It appears to be an emotion I cannot grasp.
理解できないって決めつけることはないと思うがね俺はあんたは俺の知り合いに似て理屈でものを考えすぎだと俺は思うね
I don't think there is a need to understand. You remind me of her the way you think about everything in an overly logical way.
大
Is
体
that
好
good
き
or
とか
bad?
嫌いなんて機械に測れるもんじゃねえ魂の奥底から湧いてくるもんだ
Marissa keeps telling them. In the first place, love and hate are not things a machine can create. They're things that can only rise up from the depths of the soul. Hearing those words, I... Oh, wait, what? Chad? Where do we go with here? Like, if I say it's possible, I'm going to go the route of that guy or something like that? It's like, what? Shrug? Don't you shrug at me? This chat is the worst. Every time I ask a question of what to do, you guys don't know. Oh, damn it. Also shrug, option 4. You guys are useless. Let's just go with the middle option, I guess. Ask Shiva.
私にはわかりません。
Shiva's sleeping. I do not understand. What do you mean?
私にはそもそも現在、一般的な恋愛感情すら欠落しています。
I'm trying to go for Kagami. Kagami's quite a guy, isn't
嫌悪
he?
といった感覚さえ希薄です。よって、
Yep.
あなたの意見を私は実証し得ません。
I currently lack conventional romantic emotions, and do not only that, but even feelings like affection and hate elude me too. As such, I'm unable to verify your claim.
あんた本当理屈っぽいな
Whoa, you really are argumentative. Never heard
他
that
に
word either.
私は私の内心を表現できま
Why
せ
are
ん。
you, why are you clowning in chat night? I have no other way of expressing my
い
thoughts.
やまあ今はそれでいいんじゃねえのきっとそれがあんたなんだろうさ
Nah, well, it's fine for now, right? It's probably just the way you are. Was that really the case? It made no sense, but at least I did not feel any discomfort towards enforced Tsurugi. I'm always clown. Okay, so I guess we're done with the first case now.
ひどいよ
Oh.
ハルトはせっかくしおりに会えたのに一緒にいられるだけで幸せだったのに
How cruel. Just when Haruto was finally reunited with Shiori, he would have been happy just being able to be with her.
今度はあいつらに邪魔されないようにしなきゃ
I'll have to make sure they don't interfere next time. I guess that's a good point to leave it at. Because, like, yeah, this is like the end of this of this case. It's probably a good point. We're going for 2 hours and 20 minutes, so yeah. If this is like 15 hours per playthrough, then yeah, that's probably a good point to leave it at. Plus, I'm getting tired of talking. Sorry, chat. Sorry. Let's save this. It's still definitely decently high, I guess. Did I just override it? I guess I just override it. Okay. I'm going to get a recording done here as well. You mean you choose to stream a book? True, true. But yeah, I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to see if I can upload it to YouTube without any copyright troubles. So we'll see there, I guess.